Good afternoon
Hello, welcome to episode 4/3
of the
Laundry.
laundry.
I'm Timo.
I'm Tim.
Here we go. So, have you seen the newest photos of Lindsey Vohn's knee?
No.
There's so much metal in her knee now.
Well, actually, no. I saw a picture on. Let's see. I saw a picture online the morning after her surgery. So yeah, I saw all the screws and the rods and the.
That just shows like
It's basically a halo around the leg.
it's just it shows that nothing is really worth permanent damage. Cause like she hurt her leg. She tore her meniscus or an ACL. Or something?
ACL.
And then she decided to ski on it anyways. And go figure, a bad knee couldn't take the speed or the weight and essentially blew out. Like Kyle's knees did when he got that Negro surgery. You remember that episode of South Park?
Yeah,
Yeah, when he
I've heard it.
his knee blew out, literally. And so, like, she might as well just have a bionic knee at this point. Because, like, she's never going to be an athlete again. Or like that one UFC fighter that had a broken arm at the right below the wrist, so it's like in the actual like deep bone, not like at one of the joints.
I'm no doctor, obviously. We're not any kind of physician. But as somebody that's torn my ACL, your ACL holds your knee in place on the side. So, what is one of the biggest things that skiers use? Side to side.
Mm-hmm.
So, when I heard that she tore ACL and she was going to basically wrap it up, shoot it with some Toradol, probably. That's what they give the NFL players. It's highly addictive, by the way. But it numbs everything to where you can still feel your. I've had it before. I've had it in my back. I've also had it in my right shoulder for a torn labrum. But it kills the pain without you losing the sensation of that extremity. Like some stuff will numb your shoulder,
No,
but you can't feel your shoulder.
Right. So
This stuff numbs it, but you can still feel that appendage.
it's like there's no pain,
Right.
even though everything's.
So that's why it's a miracle drug in the NFL, because you could get a huge stinger or something like that. You come to the sideline, they shoot you up real quick, and it's like nothing happened. So I'm imagining they put that in her knee. I'm imagining they wrapped it really tight and put some kind of a hard brace on there. But that's just so. I understand it because it's the Olympics, it's a grand stage. But I just think that's so stupid to risk. You could risk not walking again. I mean,
Yeah, permanent damage.
you could risk never being able to clip into skis again.
I mean, my concern for that kind of injury is like being able to walk a kid, or like like.
I mean, that's a lot of rods and
That's a
stuff
lot.
she had going on, a lot of hardware. Like if I woke up from a surgery and looked at that, I'd freak out. Unless they told me before, this is how we have to do it. But if during the surgery they made some kind of executive decision to do the halo leg, that's what I call it because it looks like a halo. Looks like the head one. Where you have active screws and pins sticking out of your flesh going into your bone. I can't imagine how that's comfortable. I can't imagine how it doesn't hurt. And I can't imagine how you're not popping pain pills.
It was probably like what, silver nitrate while she's in the bed.
I don't know. What do they give you silver nitrate for?
Yeah, it's usually like a pain mitigation without. It's like.
Non-habit forming?
Yeah, like my buddy Ray and I were in a bad car accident, and he had it not like split open where you could see a brain, but like the top of his where his hair met his forehead, there was a gash between like the skin. So I felt like I could have picked up his hair flap and seen his skull, and then also a bone from his fingers popping out the side of his finger. So like bone finger flesh and bone. And he went in the ambulance, and they gave him some silver nitrate, put everything back to where it was supposed to be, and he came back like in an ambulance. No, wait, Yeah.
Silver
sent
nitrate?
another one.
Isn't that what they give to military?
I guess. I don't know. I mean, he was on leave. No, he was still in college. He wasn't in the military yet. So, yeah, I think that's like what they give to like first responders in military.
No, they have a little white pack like that of morphine. That's a single dose. That's what the paramedics use. That's what Battlefield use. It's a little white squish cap, and it has a needle on it, and it's literally that big. You stick the needle in and squish the cap, and that gives you one serving of what did I just say?
Morphine.
Morphine, yeah.
For their
They still use it like that.
medicine.
Like that. That's all the way back from. Again, I'm not a history scholar, but in World War II they were using that. So
Were they using heroin?
probably it's the same effect essentially.
Which
Opium.
one lasted longer?
Which one would last longer? Morphine.
So was
But heroin you would get. Let's just say you were in battle and your leg got blown off, and they gave you the option: you want morphine or heroin. Well, heroin's going to hit you right away, but it's not going to last long. Morphine's the purest of pure opium, which opiate. So I would take they used to give cancer patients a vial of liquid morphine. That vial, if you swallowed the vial, you're dead. But cancer patients, they take one drop. One drop is usually 10 milligrams. That's a lot of liquid morphine. It hits your system immediately. And you're in la la land. But, for those people that have cancer, terminal illness, like, you want to try and make them as comfortable as possible, obviously. But, yeah, have you never taken morphine? Never had any kind of pain medication or anything?
No, like the worst injury I ever had, I got hit by a car and had a bruised tailbone. With a hairline fracture.
What'd they give you?
I don't know. They gave me a shot in the butt. The nurse freaked me out. She pranked me. She pulled out a what I know now to be a oh gosh, what are those called? What's the bone marrow? The bone marrow needles? Those really the long, thick, round needles. She pulled that out, acting like she's gonna use that to inject me with something, and it freaked me out.
Did she use it?
No, she used a regular syringe. And it didn't. It was like a slight pressure, and then the pain was gone, and then I was sleeping on frozen peas for like a week. And that was it.
Gotcha, Bubba.
Nothing. I didn't take any more other medication, just that one shot in frozen peas until my body healed itself. So yeah, I've never taken anything drastic. Like, I with my sciatic giving me issues every now and then, I do take a gabapentin.
Oh, does that work for you?
Yeah.
I got a lot of gabapentin.
Oh yeah. No,
They give it to me for my back.
400 milligrams.
Or not for my back, for other reasons, but...
Yeah. Well, I mean,
How much do you take?
I think it's for... I don't remember. It's
Probably, because I take mine, and it's supposed to be 350 twice a day.
maybe 200. I don't know. It's a small. It's a I don't know, not smaller, but it's I guess a medium dose of it. I just take one, and I take it maybe once every 4 days if I need to.
They also give it to diabetics for diabetic nerve pain.
Interesting.
There's people that say you can get high off it.
Makes me tired.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I get a little lightheaded.
It's a sedative, so I mean, that's
Yeah.
what it's...
Yeah, I get a little lightheaded and a little sleepy. I take a nap. I wake up a little lightheaded, but other than that, I'm right as rain.
Where do you get that from?
The cabinet.
Oh, it's not... Yeah. We don't go there on this podcast. We don't explain where we get things.
It's medicine that's readily available.
That's it.
When you need it.
That's all they need to know. It's medicine readily available.
Yeah, you can go to GoodRx, that app, and you can put in any kind of medication that you need, and they'll send you a script and get
Tell
it.
the viewers what you just slammed.
I didn't slam it, but I just got
No,
like
I know
big
you didn't.
monster.
It smells really good.
It's the tastiest, delicious. It's too
Folks,
bad
I
you
can't
live
drink energy drinks. For those that don't know who I am, I can't drink them. I'm allergic.
Yeah, to
But I
the
love the
Vulpes.
smell. I love the taste. I'm glad I can't drink them because then I would just be pounding them left and right.
I used to drink like 3 of those in a shift.
3 of the tall boys.
No, no, that's not a tall boy.
I didn't see it.
It's just a normal can. I used to get the big ones with the twisty cap, like
Yep.
2 of those.
That's what I consider
For a
as a
shift.
tall boy.
Those are like 2
That's a
or 3 of
XXL.
those, you know.
That's the first time I ever drank it. That's what I drank.
Oh, the whole thing?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, no, we're
Because Mike, my buddy, he used to drink them every morning, and I'm like, well, he drinks them every morning, and he's about 80 pounds less than me. I was like, I'm sure it's fine. So I tasted it, and it tasted so good
Mm-hmm.
that I just kept drinking it, and then probably 30 minutes after I drank it, I thought I was going to have a heart attack. Had to go home, went to UMC, or not UMC, I went to St. Rose, got hooked up to an EKG. So I'm
like
good.
an arrhythmia or what?
No, I've never pinpointed, but it's out of 2 things. It's either the taurine or the guarana. One of those 2 things, it's in every single energy drink but 5-hour energy. So I can drink a 5-hour energy and I'm okay, and it works how it properly should work. But if I drink anything with guarana or taurine, which is everything, Red Bull, all of it, it not only gives me the shakes, but it makes my heart start pounding like I'm running a race.
Even if you do like a shot of it?
No, just 1 sip or 2, I'm fine. But if I drink anything more than probably 2-3 ounces, it's gonna start to do it.
I mean, I feel like it's because like it was your first time drinking it and you drank
Now I've tried
a
it since
big amount.
then. I've tried it since
Okay.
then.
So like if you drink one of the cans that I just drank, you would feel that bad.
Yes,
Okay.
maybe not to the extreme I did that
Sure,
day,
yeah.
but yeah,
you would start to feel it happening.
yes.
So like
I might even throw up because it
But-
makes my throat real tight.
but like you could drink half and be fine.
Half of how many ounces is it?
I don't know. Let's see.
12?
These are 16.
No, that would be too much. That'd be 8 ounces. It's too much.
So
I'd
quarter
feel
one.
it.
So 4 ounces.
Yeah, I could drink a 4 ounce.
Okay.
I mean, there's a girl at work that always gets different kinds, like different brands, and she always lets me taste them. Because 1 little sip, it doesn't do anything. I love the taste.
Yeah.
At least the ones I've tried. Have you ever tried Bing or Bang or what is it called?
There is a Bing. There is a Bang.
Is it the same company?
No.
Bing and Bang?
No, like Bang is kind of newer. Bing is like a coconut infused like energy drink.
What's Bang?
It's like a carbonated energy drink.
So like a Monster?
Yeah, in that family, yeah. Like Rockstar.
Is it one of the Paul brothers own it?
I don't think so. I think that's Prime that they own,
It's Prime.
which I don't like the taste of.
You've had their energy drink?
It was on sale. I was like, I'll try it, cause like South Park made an episode about Prime.
Yeah.
So
I
was
didn't
like,
see it, but I've seen the highlights.
It cannot be. The hype for this cannot be real, and then like it is. It's disgustingly real, because we're like the Paul brothers are on children entertainment like wrestling,
Right.
and
What is it?
it's just like a
I heard
wannabe
it's
Gatorade.
I heard it's basically Kool-Aid with energy.
It's no, it doesn't taste like that. It tastes like it's like a crappy version of those squelchers.
Oh, the Squinchers?
Yeah, Squinchers.
Oh, okay.
Crappy version of those. I love Squinchers.
They were good, weren't
They're
they?
really, especially if you don't add water.
Oh yeah, you're getting straight syrup.
Yep. Oh, that took me right up. 2 of those, and I was ready to go again.
Dude, those saved my life working out in the heat.
Oh, I imagine, man.
I was Squincher every day, dude.
You ever
Usually
tried,
2-3 in the morning and 2-3 in the afternoon.
gotta keep your kidneys healthy. You ever tried Liquid IV?
No, I've heard of it.
It got popular during the like the was it the not the drop down the shutdown before COVID. You know, everything just kind of you're just or to stay at home kind of deal.
Right.
It got popular around like when people were freaking out because there wasn't enough water. But with liquid IV and a little bit of water, you could stay nice and hydrated. Not anything that you do. So
What is it?
it's just a powder that you add to water.
It has electrolytes?
Yeah, and some other stuff. And I liked it, but I found out through liquid IV that I'm allergic to plant-based sweeteners.
Really?
Yep,
So stevia, you can't do it?
can't do it.
What happens?
I get hives. Where it touches, I get hives. I have a hard time breathing if I ingest it. It runs through my system, and I am not a happy camper for a while it's in me. The powder itself makes my skin break into hives. So there was a point where I was like just would grab a liquid IV or two, and I would grab one of my water bottles, about this size, for comparison, and I'll grab two of those liquid IVs, pour it in there, and the powder. I don't know if you know about this, but when powder hits air, it doesn't just go straight down; it poofs. You know, so
Right.
it would poof over me and on my bed, and I would try to figure out why I was being itchy in my bed. Why do I have hives on my thigh and my stomach, but like not the entire stomach? It was where my exposed skin was when that powder landed. It took me about a month and a half to realize what was making me break out, because I didn't know. Like I just kind of lived with this. Like, oh, maybe it's just bugs that I'm unaware of that I'm getting reaction to while I'm sleeping. I don't know. And come to find out that I'm allergic to plant-based sweeteners, because wherever that powder touched my bare skin, I would break out into hives.
Huh.
Yeah.
So you didn't find that out till when?
Like the last time I drank it, which was like years ago, like back in 24, 23.
I used to be allergic to, it's one of the dyes they use in sodas.
It was
I think
like
it's
Red 5.
Red 40, I think it is.
Is
But it used to be in all the purple stuff. So anything purple, like grape flavored popsicles, grape flavored high C, grape flavored Kool-Aid, anything false grape flavored had that dye in it, and I would drink it and immediately throw up. So when I was like 18 or 19, like, dude, I'm going to give this another shot. Tried it again. Fine.
So either you grew out of it, or they changed the formula of Red 40.
Something.
Because like I used to have a mild allergic reaction to shrimp. Now it's bad. Like my body cannot process it at all. Shellfish is bad for me. It can kill me, like oleanders. I'm sure I think we talked about this before. My stepmom was cooking squid, and the smell of the squid she was cooking made me break out in hives.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I remember you telling me about that.
I never experienced it before where I'm like, oh, that smells good. Like, it's freaking dying without realizing.
I don't think I've ever smelled what shellfish or what squid smells like being cooked.
Well, I don't think you know anyone that cooks squid to cook.
No, I've been at I've been at...
Yeah, but that's not all they're cooking, so it's not going to be
Right.
the dominant scent in the
What
air.
does it smell like?
You ever bought dried cuttlefish?
No.
Yeah, okay. Well, if you ever see someone eating dried cuttlefish, it has to smell. That's kind of what the squid smelled like. Because, like, I cannot reference food that you would be able to eat that could smell like squid. Because, like, you don't do sushi.
A dirty sock?
No, that's not how seafood smells, man. A girl that we know? No. The focaccia cheese? No, it's not the... Not famunda either. It's a completely different smell, man.
So, did you see our American girl won gold last night?
Oh, the
Figure skater.
the second generation Chinese American?
Yeah. Did you see the chick that had the piercing in here?
No.
She had the right here?
Yeah.
I can't think of what that I used to know all the piercings off the top of my head.
Mm.
Anyway, she's like the first figure skater I've ever seen to have one of those.
She's the punk rock
Look
figure
good.
skater.
No, look good. She did a really good job too.
Mm. Oh yeah, she's the first American to get gold since like what 2002, 2004.
I believe
that
since
in that
that Johnny Weir, his partner, Tara Lipinski. I think that was the last girl to win gold, wasn't it?
in a single competition back in 02? I don't think Lipinski's that old. I don't think she got it.
When do
in
you think
singles.
she competed? Like in the teens?
Probably in like the early zeros
Let's
or
look
late
it-
zeros, early.
Let's look it up
10s.
so we're not giving y'all false information.
I don't know. She doesn't look that old. Like if she competed 20 years ago, I'd be surprised. Unless she's like 36 now and she competed at 16.
Oh, she was young.
Yeah, most of them are.
So she's a year older than me.
Pinsky?
Yeah.
Wow.
She won gold in 1998.
98
Yeah.
singles?
She won gold medal at the Nagano Winter Olympics, defeating teammate Michelle Kwan. So, yeah, in the singles.
Okay, so who was the last one to win in 2002? She was like 15. She was probably
Last
16 then.
female USA figure skater. Gold. Who do you think it was?
I have no idea. Nancy Kerrigan.
So
I don't
Alyssa
know.
Liu won the gold, of course. That's the girl we're talking about.
She came out of
Sarah
retirement.
Hughes.
I don't even know who that is.
So she secured the victory with a total score of 226.79, ending a long drought since Sarah Hughes last won gold in 02.
That's a heck of a thing to accomplish.
Good for Alyssa Liu, dude.
24
I love
years,
her
man.
look. I love that
I like that she came out of retirement.
she said bump the normal, prissy looking outfits and dance. I'm going to do it my way. I'm going to have my hair my way. I'm going to have that piercing. And I'm going to get it done. And she got it done. I think she showed everybody that, in my mind, I bet you if you asked her who paved the way for you, there's one name. I bet she would say
Michelle Kwan?
Tanya Harding.
Tanya Harding?
I'm dead serious. Tanya Harding was really, really, really good. Tanya Harding just didn't get the love because she looked like poor white trash. And she inspired a whole new type of girl figure skater.
Wasn't she the one that kneecapped someone?
Yes. Well, she didn't do it.
She was the one that got kneecapped.
No, somebody associated with her did
So,
it.
so her boyfriend, dude, come on. Someone associated with... You know it was her boyfriend.
Yeah, well, it was
Just say it's-
ex-husband.
They were
And
together.
his
They were involved.
freaking chucklehead friend. Have you ever watched a movie?
No, I haven't
It's
seen
really
that.
good because it's very close to what happened.
But like, yeah, I don't. Why would we give her rose or give her flowers when she's that person?
She didn't do it.
She convinced people to do it for her.
Not really.
Okay.
Not really, dude. If you really look into it, not really. She didn't want that extent of that happening.
But she wanted her to not be able to.
She wanted her to not be able to compete.
And she asked
And they
someone
took
to.
it.
Yeah, they might have taken. They took it where they thought they had to take it.
Well, that's
So she wouldn't. But
that's not on her.
she instigated them to do it for her. What they did might not have been exactly what she meant, but she did ask for it.
Yeah, I disagree.
You disagree? She asked for that person to be taken out of the
She
competition?
never said she wanted her to be hurt.
Did she ask her for her to be taken out of the competition?
I don't remember.
Convenient, because you just talked about a movie that you watched.
Oh, you're gonna be an asshole. I mean, look it up.
Like it's. I know the history.
You obviously didn't know the history about the last person that won gold.
Well, because I don't care about the sport.
Okay, and you
enough.
care about Tanya Harding enough to know all these interesting facts.
I remember it happening in the news at the time and retaining information that was put out at the time
Like what?
about how she got. She was romantically involved with someone that was involved in the hurt of the other girl. I don't remember her name. I just remember Tanya Harding being considered a POS because she got a competitor in the same sport as her, injured did not participate in said sport, so that way she had a better chance of winning gold.
So if you tell a friend, if you're a really good NBA player and you're like, man, I can't beat Michael Jordan, and then your friend goes and kills Michael Jordan, is that your fault?
You put the idea in your friend's head.
No.
Yeah, you're like
That's not how the law works.
That's like saying that Charlie.
Why do you think Tanya Harding was never charged?
It's like saying she was still, her reputation was still destroyed, which that's how it should have
Why
been.
wasn't she charged? Because she wasn't part of the crime.
No, she probably put crocodile tears and people ate it up. Like that logic is like saying Charlie Manson is innocent because he
He's
never
not
killed
innocent,
anyone.
but he doesn't deserve.
He didn't kill anyone.
He doesn't deserve to be in prison as long as he had until he died. I totally disagree with that. You know.
So manipulation and brainwashing is.
I'm not saying
excusable?
it's not. No, see, you're taking what I'm saying and turning it around.
Well, okay.
I didn't say it's excusable. I said it's not. It doesn't fall to the level of a murder to be held for murder. If you didn't go do it, and you didn't pay to have it done,
it's not about. He didn't have to pay them. They were his followers. They wouldn't listen to anything that he said. He coerced them to do it. It's like they were his.
I'm not
gun.
saying he shouldn't be held accountable. I'm saying he shouldn't be held accountable for all those murders.
But he instigated each one of them.
Well, some of them. Some of them Tex Schramm took upon himself to do himself. I don't know if you know who that is.
No, I don't.
See, I'm not talking about these from ignorance. This is stuff I've read about my whole life because it's interested me. So I'm not making some off-the-cuff comment.
If a cult leader tells his followers to take people's lives, he should be held for murder as well.
Yeah, I disagree.
Yeah, I don't. Like, especially with the number of people that he's essentially responsible for their murders of. Like, even if he doesn't get charged for murder and gets life from one of them. Just, how long was he in prison for? Like, what, 40 years? 45 years?
Manson?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
something like
10
that.
per person.
50 years.
Yeah, 10 per person, at least. So I guess that kind of, the amount of time that he got was justified.
So he got less time, or he got more time than some of the girls that did the actual murdering.
Well, how many did each girl murder?
I'm not sure. Not sure on the exact numbers of who did what.
What?
I know in the first house they went into, which was the Roman Polanski house, it was 3 of them that did it. The Armenian, she sat in the car and was lookout. She was too afraid to go inside. But what's her name? Krenwinkel and I can't think of the other girl's name. They both went in there with Tex Schramm. Tex Schramm did all the killing. They did some of it. They did a very minor part. One of the girls was responsible for Sharon Tate and the baby.
So that girl should have gotten a longer sentence.
I believe
than the other girls.
she is. She's still in prison. Only one of them's been let go.
Mm.
She did 40 years and got let go. And meanwhile, the guy who wasn't even at the scene. I'm not saying he shouldn't be held accountable. I'm just saying, where does that line end? You know, like.
Well, where does it start?
It starts with preying on people that have either very weak wills or people that don't have anything or don't have family or don't have anything to lose. And you prey on basically young girls that don't know any better. And then you add, on top of that, you add acid, which is, I mean, obviously you're hallucinating, you're thinking of things that aren't there, seeing things that aren't there, hearing things that aren't there. So there's a lot more to Charles Manson than people want to really believe. Like, for instance, that he partnered with the CIA, and even though it's public knowledge, people still refuse it.
Yeah, I mean, not Manchurian. But it was an experience. the conspiracy theory is that it was a thought experiment to see if, with the use of psychedelics, if brainwashing was possible for the purposes of targeted, not targeted assassinations, but like target.
No, you're on the right track. A Manchurian Candidate.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah, and that was supposed to be like the product, was what he was able to accomplish, and then
Yeah, it was MK Ultra. The name of the program.
yeah, and I don't know if they came out and said yes he was part of us or not, but that's the whole thing, is that he was a CIA agent.
I believe that part of the reason that he was locked up for so long was because they did not want him
Talking.
talking about that stuff. He talks about it, like if he talks about it to other inmates, who cares? You're an inmate. Nobody's going to believe you. That's how it goes.
Well, he was also like, he did the acid himself too. So like near
But what he would do is he would do a lot less than everybody else so he could still stay in control.
well, yeah, but what I'm saying is like he wasn't 100% in charge of his own faculties.
No.
But
No, he's crazy. I'm not taking
Well,
anything away from him. He has
wasn't-
mental illness.
because of the acid.
Maybe.
But
We don't know beforehand. He was kind of like a traveler, a nomad.
Well, he was.
But he was in and out of jail since he was 14 or
CIA
something like that.
ops, you know.
Then I believe the CIA used him to hand out acid in all that Haight-Ashbury area. That's all proven stuff. That's all. You can find the documents. There's a lot of redacted stuff, but it's true.
Yeah.
So
The U.S. government was as much responsible for Charles Manson as they were for Osama bin Laden.
that's what I was going to ask you. So do you hold, and I mean this seriously, do you hold the government accountable for some of what he's done? What he did, or the brainwashing he did?
Yeah. Whoever was.
I believe he learned it from them.
Whoever signed off on his either learning or his participation in the program should be held responsible as well, if they're not already like.
So that's why, to me, they
Put
had
away for
this
something.
nice, neat package of 3 different murders, and all could fit it perfectly together with the 3 girls and Tex Schramm. And it all fit together, and he was the mastermind, and it tells a wonderful story. A wonderfully horrible story, but a horrible story about how this man just became demonic. Well, I believe that a lot of that had to do, like you said, with the acid. And a lot of it had to do with other drugs he was doing that he admitted he was doing way before the MK Ultra stuff. So I think the government succeeded in their test, right? Because weren't they trying to figure out if they could... They were also trying to see if they could remote view by using acid, which I don't know. I know remote viewing is demonic. That's all I know.
Are you talking about astral projection?
Yeah. They call it... Government calls it remote viewing.
I've never heard of it that way before.
You ever
I did that back in the day.
Have
like,
you
when I
ever
was
watched
younger.
that movie, The Men That Stare at Goats?
Is that one with Brad Pitt?
Yeah, George Clooney, Brad Pitt.
Yeah, I couldn't get into it.
It's a true story. It's about the guy,
No, I heard it was true.
Yes.
I couldn't get into it though.
the guy that is the main character, which is Jeff Bridges in the movie. He's the actual guy in the military that, like, they put in charge of this. And he was like some hippie dude. So it doesn't surprise me, like, I don't know. I think that stuff's evil, man. I think doing stuff like that's really evil.
What?
Like the government getting involved and giving drugs that they invented to regular people to basically their test mice. That's messed up, man.
Oh yeah, I mean they I mean that's
Because it's unbeknownst to
what
them.
they do. I mean, well, yeah, they don't let the control group know they're the control group. You know?
Exactly.
They just don't.
So a lot of people got drugged out and just absolutely turned out from those drugs. And the government, I don't know what that stuff is. Like, we invented acid. They invented acid. In fact, they invented acid trying to come up with a truth serum. I believe that's a similar way they invented meth.
Wasn't acid used in World War II?
Meth was.
Or is it PCP?
Maybe PCP, but meth definitely was.
I mean, what was it? Alexander the Great's troops were on opium
Which I don't
when they were
understand.
fighting.
I don't understand why they would be on opium because it makes you. It's a sedative, so
Well, in a higher dose, but if you just have it like in a sensor, while they're fighting and they get cut and hurt, they don't feel it, so they just keep on fighting.
it numbs them up.
Yeah, but not to the.
I wonder
extent
how
that-
they took it, like back in the day. Like, did they
sensors, man?
in what?
Sensors.
I don't like the smoke stuff.
Yeah, the people would walk through the
Camp,
and just have it going.
and you just sniff it as they walk by.
Well, it's like they hotbox the tents kind of thing.
Oh, like a sweat lodge.
Yeah, but like
But
no,
for
they're walking
that-
by and doing it. They're not keeping it in there.
Yeah.
They're keeping.
I've never heard of that before.
Yeah, it's how they could regulate it so no one would abuse it.
Some people believe that this is pretty wild, and I can't prove either side, but I believe there's probably some truth to it. That in the early days of the Catholic Church, they would use marijuana in that sensor
I never heard of that.
because
That would be interesting.
because in some archaeological digs that they did in Israel, they found that in some of the area of structure that was around Jesus' time, they found these altars and where they burnt marijuana.
So these are Jewish things then.
It's never really been found out if it was Jewish, if it was like the people against the Israelites in the high places, making the high places, because they found it in a high place. They found it on more than one altar, burnt marijuana. Even from 2,000 years ago, they can tell that's what it is by the chemical makeup. And so it makes me wonder, who introduced it and how did they use it? Did they smoke it? Did they hotbox it? Did they use it medicinally? Because you can grind up marijuana and use it as a topical anesthetic too.
Well, they probably threw it on a fire.
And just all got high around the fire.
Realized like, hey, this particular plant gives us these kinds of visions or feelings, and then they just look for it and they learned it that way.
That could have been where some of the best myths have been told. Were around that fire when they were smoking weed, dude.
It wasn't even but like they lived it though, they didn't realize it was a myth, like, what I mean? Nah, man, he's like 9 feet tall and he came down and attacked
Dude, I
us.
can't even imagine that.
And dude, you remember David, that little like that stable boy? Yeah, he threw like a rock and that 9-foot dude fell. He died. David killed him. What?
crazy.
Really? Yeah, man.
I can't even imagine. I can't, like,
I wanted to see a Cheech
We-
and Chong movie with them talking about Bible stories, like, and they're dressed
We
up
read
in
those-
outfits.
we read those stories. I think it'd be blasphemous, of course, but we read the stories and we don't stop and think, like, put yourself in the story and how you would. Dude, can you imagine that? You're going to battle and you have this minuscule army and you have a 15-year-old sheepherder
With a slingshot.
with a dang slingshot and stones, and he's going to go kill this 10-foot monster.
Well, if your faith has led you to believe in his ability to do so, and you're genuinely involved in your faith, then I don't see why you would be taken aback about it, because your faith.
I
tells
think
you
that was the whole point, is that
that
he
he can do
wasn't. David knew.
Never knew what.
He had all the confidence in the world that he was going to succeed, I believe,
Yeah, and so like the people
because
around
of the
him-
Lord. But just imagine being there and and this kid comes up and he's like, "Hey, I'm going to step back. I'm going to take care of this." Like, man, you're crazy.
So it's been nice knowing you, and then he does it.
First of all, I want to learn how to throw a rock through a sling like they did. Because they can throw that sucker. I've watched. They still use those kinds of slings. Who are the people being the Palestinians. I was watching one of their big protest wars against Israel. They still had dudes with those slings,
Well, yeah,
slinging that stone, and
it's
hard
a
too.
inexpensive weapon
Yeah, it's just
that's
a little.
still effective. It's leather straps with a little leather cup to hold
But
whatever
you gotta,
projectile.
you gotta, you
It's-
gotta
It's a good amount of
unleash it.
training. It's a good amount of training to be able to use it properly. But like anyone can learn it. It's easy. It's easy to use, hard to master. But anyone.
Now,
can
do
use
you
it.
believe that David was mediocre with it, and it's the Lord's power that causes it to hit him right between the eyes and kill him?
I don't think.
Or do you believe he was very good and the Lord helped him?
I feel like it's all in the same. Like he had the ability because of the Lord.
Okay.
And
that's fair.
like he doesn't, like he probably, like he probably slowly trained it and learned how to like just got familiar with it, but at the same time being empowered by the Lord and giving him like a good accuracy, because like realistically, that pinpoint accuracy that he had, like that is achievable. People can do that. Like,
I believe they
like
can.
there's some people that with a blunt arrow can hit one of those circular pills between people's fingers without hurting the person's hand, which is
Pretty crazy.
that level of accuracy. And then there's that one girl that can do it in a handstand with her feet.
Oh, I've seen that. I know what you're talking about.
She got big on that, was it the Really Big Show or whatever, with that Burt Kreischer was the
With
host
Big
of.
Ed.
I don't know if Big Ed was a part of it.
Do you know who Big Ed is?
Isn't he the guy with always looks like he's shrugging? Yeah. And then Cody Rhodes is on the TV show too. And then but yeah, her name was Arissa Kelly. This particular one anyways. I'm sure there's other people out there that can do it too.
Do you know about wrestling?
No, I mean I watched it growing up.
Like nowadays, do you follow anything?
No, not really. Like I only know like a handful of things because
Do you know who Rhea Ripley is?
Yeah.
Do you like her?
I mean she looks I thought she looked better before she did all the goth makeup.
I don't think I've seen it. I've only seen her with no makeup or with the goth makeup.
Oh, her husband seems really cool.
I don't know who he is. Is he a wrestler?
I don't know. I only know because there was a time where she stepped away from wrestling. The stipulation was that she was pregnant and she didn't want to wrestle while she was pregnant. And then after the birth, she got back into it, or she got hurt and she had to get taken care of. Something like she stopped wrestling for a while. I don't know. It was because they got married and they went on a honeymoon and then she came back. I don't know what happened.
So she wears some pretty provocative things to wrestle in.
All the girls do. That's a duh statement, sir, for any ladies. I remember when Lita was wearing those outfits, and that's what I had a big crush on growing up.
I did too, Lita. I like
Stephanie
her.
McMahon was.
That's my girl.
She was cute, and so she started getting more plastic than human.
I like her, man.
I don't anymore.
I think her
used to.
face lights up when she smiles.
Trish Stratus is a lot cuter.
Trish Stratus
Even now,
great.
even though Trish Stratus didn't get all the surgeries that Stephanie did, so she looks like her age. She still looks better, in my opinion.
Come on up here.
Like I remember everyone was like all about Candice Michelle and Tori Wilson because they did Playboy.
Come on.
And like nowadays, Playboy doesn't mean that anymore. So like girls can be on. He won't hop on the lap. You're gonna have to guide him up.
I know, but he won't give me his two arms.
No, just hold on to this and then just hold him towards you,
Okay,
and
come
then
on.
he'll climb up on his own.
Come on.
See?
Okay. Little puppy. I know, that's a little tight, huh? That's a little tight.
There's gaps.
So, do you think this is the big year that they reveal exactly our government's relationship with UFOs and UAPs?
I genuinely believe that our, as a species, have a centralized authority that is involved with the extraterrestrials, or what do you want to call them, that then relays that information to what we perceive to be the world government, being like individual countries. Like I do believe that we have a governing party that is not spoken about, that actually does all of the
Like black stuff?
not exactly. Like I believe that there is a government that's in charge of the globe, and our perception is these slight changes in each country that we all know is meant for something that does something greater overall. That we just don't want to acknowledge or accept. Like, I cannot buy that the way that the world is going, that it's not planned. Like, it's just utter, it's too it's too structured to be truly chaos.
Yeah.
So like it's like I do acknowledge there is a heavy possibility that there is probably already a, not a branch, but like the genuine governing party.
Like you're talking like a deep state? I don't like that they call it that.
For lack of a better term, I guess. No, I'm talking like an actual genuine, like, conglomerate of leaders for the entire world. It's just like I don't know, like maybe like a panel of 5 or 10 that dictate what is happening in the world, and they decide what happens in each country to get to a position of something somewhere. And that 5 or 10 people are the ones that are like in communication with the alien beings or whatever. Because like our technology has advanced too rapidly, too quickly in like the past 100 years compared to the previous 1900 years in scale. Like, it's crazy that we went from microwave technology in like the 50s, 70s, and then we from a steam based propulsion, we were able to get up to microwave technology.
Yeah, dude, I don't disagree.
That's a big leap.
I think we've traded those people you're talking about. I believe have traded their soul for those secrets.
I don't know about soul. I would say that they like
or heavily compromised.
Because like we have a lot of missing people that we cannot account for.
That's it.
And I feel like those missing people are working or being or placed somewhere that we probably won't ever hear about in our lifetime.
Probably. And I think that I just think it's so nefarious what goes on, dude, that I don't think most people can handle what it really is. And even the people that think they can handle it probably can't.
They probably think they can handle it because they don't know the full extent. And then when they experience it, they're like, this is more than I can handle. Because, like, for most of us, the worst that we can think is mild compared to what's actually out there.
Come here, bub. Come here, bub. Now he's anchored down.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know what you're doing. Your tail's in my face.
You sniffing around by your phone for some reason?
It's gonna knock something down eventually.
Maybe. But no, yeah, I do think like a portion.
Do you think that the United States, has met or have met and traded secrets with?
What are secrets? Like their technology?
Yeah,
or like
yeah. Like whatever they wanted to know, and we give them a little bit, and then they give us a little bit of their technology.
Well, I don't think that anything that we can share with them would be truly a secret from like what information.
No, they want humans, dude.
From us.
They want humans.
Well,
off.
Probably a labor force for sure.
Down, baby.
No, just take him down, man. He's not a good dog. You just place him. That's just how he is. He doesn't listen. Like, I try to get him to hop up on that chair, and he just refuses to get anywhere near it. And so when I put him on there, he jumps back down, and he's like, "Why can't I be up there?" But no, yeah, I feel like every government.
Tim, I might be echoing again.
Why?
Because my mic turned off. I turned it off on accident.
Oh, I don't know how long ago it was, but I see your levels now.
Just now.
Yeah, you might just turn it off. But because I remember seeing your bar moving.
Yeah, it's back on though. So yeah, dude, I think that we've um, made a deal with the devil that we can't go back on.
Proverbial devil, or actual devil.
Actual.
Yeah, but who of authority could have been able to have that say to be able to
Well, I don't know. That's the thing is that we don't know who's really.
in
Well,
charge?
we know who's really in charge as devil, but we don't know what players he chooses to use when. I think we could see proof of it. I mean, you can see proof of people's careers all of a sudden taking off, all kinds of things. You see people all of a sudden have technology that they thought they wouldn't see for another 20 years, and then all of a sudden it's out. So,
I don't think he has that knowledge or ability to be able to share that though.
who?
The devil.
He doesn't, but what he does have is he has, I believe,
What?
in a young earth. So he's had roughly 6,000 years to perfect how to lie to humans, what we want, what we like, what we tend to do, what our goals are, what he can offer us to make us say yes and disown our own beliefs. I mean, so you don't see any big industry without his influence, in my opinion. It's just not there. From the music industry to the movies to corporate America to capitalism to all of it, he's involved. I mean, when some Grammy winner thanks God, which God are they thinking? They thinking the Hebrew God, our God, Jehovah, or are they thinking the God of this world?
I don't know. I didn't watch the Grammys. So I don't know.
No, I just mean anything.
Well, because like some of them are like thinking are like the one true God or whatever.
Some of them are, yeah, sure.
And then you got ignorant people that think they're doing something, but and then like okay, so to piggyback off that for a second, so you know do you know about what Billie Eilish said at the Grammys?
No.
That
By the way, I could care less, but for us in this podcast, go ahead.
So what she said was there is no illegal people on stolen land.
Where?
I mean, where?
Is that a blanket statement?
Yes.
All across the world?
She's talking about the current situation we're having in the States with ICE. That was a big thing about Grammys. They were like talking against ICE.
Which none of them, in my opinion, have any kind of credentials enough to talk about it.
Well,
Just because they're famous.
There's celebrities that aren't for ICE working the way that it's working. Which is just ignorance. Because when you have people protesting against ICE trying to arrest a pedophile murderer because they perceive them to be, well, you just assume they're illegal and that's why you're arresting them. It's like, no, that person's wanted for raping a child and murdering a person. Him being legal or illegal is illogical. It's a fact that of the atrocities that he did. That's why we're going after him. And yet, you and your feeble liberal mind think that, oh, well, he's clearly an immigrant, so they must be here because of that and that alone. And then after even hearing why they're after him, you still are getting on their case because they're ICE and that person is an immigrant. So that must be like the only reasoning. Like there's videos of these people attacking ICE for trying to go after like actual
trying to do their
criminals.
job.
And then you got people that are, yeah, it's bad that a handful of people have been killed by ICE agents, but if they weren't in the way or trying to cause an issue, they would not have been killed. And I don't have any condolences for those people's families because if they didn't try to be stupid, they would still be alive.
You're talking about like people that show up to those events?
people no, not just show up, but like actually try to get into the way of ICE people. Like
That's protesting and all that stuff.
no, because you can protest and not get in the way. Like the climate people that sit on crossroads, I don't have any issues with people mowing them down. Because now you're affecting their livelihood.
Did you see that sheriff that drove through the?
Yeah. I was so.
I loved it. So did I. Because these people are blocking the freaking road. You see it a lot in England right now. It's going on a lot in England where they're sitting, crisscross with their arms locked, and they're blocking like a Green Valley Parkway. It's like, what are you doing? All these people have to go to work. All these people have to live their life, and you're blocking it because you want to make some message, upon whatever the hell you're talking about.
Like a lot of those people are
stupid,
paid
man.
Protesters. Like it's coming out
getting
now
dropped off in vans
with signs already made or that already there
or bricks
and handed out. And then you've got like these pre-armed protesters that have like slingshots and rocks to be used at cops, and like they're peaceful protesters with a bag of weaponry. Yeah, okay. Yeah, they're peaceful protesters. And they're arming themselves. And they're not even part of that community. They were brought there
right
in order to instigate. Like the amount that these people are getting paid is obscene, and the companies that are paying them, you find out they're being funded by
the opposition.
China. Like legitimate, they are being funded by the National People of China. What's National Party?
National Communist Party of China.
Yeah. And
they don't call themselves that. That's how we call them.
No, what do they call themselves? The National People of China or something, right?
National People's Republic of China.
There you go. National People's Republic of China. It's funding the protesters.
I believe that.
In the States.
Because they're also buying up all the land and using it to basically suffocate our crops. In California right now, some of the biggest plot owners is China.
Well,
doesn't that make you sick?
Not really, because.
But they have bad plans for it.
Okay, but then why didn't our people buy it? Why did they allow the Chinese to buy it?
Well, I agree, but I don't know. I don't know the ins and outs of why they were allowed to buy it, but I'd imagine they use fake names and shell companies.
No, what I think it is we owe China a lot of money. They bailed us out.
By letting them build on our land?
As a way of payment, because they can't afford to actually pay them.
Yeah, I don't know if that's true, but
that's the only thing I can think of why the government would allow a foreign government or foreign people to purchase the amount of land they purchase.
But they don't purchase it like you think. It's not like China is saying we're going to buy the land. They use one of their they use one of their persons to go bid the land.
Yes.
And the person that owns the land or the government that owns the land that's getting the bidding, they don't know any of that stuff. It's illegal to know that stuff while somebody's bidding on land.
No, the seller
it's like a
would
job
know.
bid.
No, so usually for land, just based on like how we had to go through hoops, we got to see who was bidding on our house when we were trying to sell it. I can't picture land being sold differently from our housing.
It is.
How can an owner not know who's buying the property?
Just like it's not. I didn't say they didn't know. They know the name, but they don't know. They're not privy unless they have some kind of investigative team to find out if that guy's Chinese or if he's a Chinese spy or if he's just some guy that wants to start ranching. I've seen how the bids working at one time for local government.
Yeah, but that sounds more like a private sale versus like a government sale.
What? Most of the land they're buying is from the government.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So why wouldn't the government look into who's buying the property?
It doesn't work that way usually, man. I'm telling you, maybe they should, but it doesn't work that way.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense. That's so weird. That doesn't make sense. Like, maybe that's why we're just being taken advantage of them because they're not doing due diligence.
For instance, I'll tell you with the city.
Okay.
So, say they're bidding to repave Horizon Ridge, right? We're going to bid that out. We're not going to do it. The city's not going to do it themselves.
Oh, by bidding, you mean like their pavement companies are bidding for the work?
Right.
Okay.
Bidding for the rights to work, and the city by law has to take the lowest bid. So,
So there is no
so if you
checks. It's just if you're the lowest bid, you get the work.
correct. So if you have 3 companies, and one of them is the lowest bidder,
that's just the one you go with.
A, that's the one you go with, but
Damn.
B, you're not doing like a background check.
So it could be like the healthcare Somalians that are doing it.
It
because-
could, and they just disguise
Let
it
it
as
do
some
it.
other business or whatever. For instance, the Raiders, okay?
Mm-hmm.
They don't own the land that their practice field's on. We do.
City of Henderson.
Yeah. I didn't want to say that out loud, but yeah. The city owns it.
Well, I couldn't say like Tim and Timo. You said we own it. You
The
know?
city owns it.
Yeah.
So just like they did with Sunset Station, just like they did with Green Valley Station,
Yeah, it's
the city still owns that land, even though Sunset's on it.
they're paying to use the
Mhm.
land, right? Yeah. Okay.
And it's a smart move by the city because you know that hotel ain't going nowhere. So you know you got at least 10 years of constant monthly flow for to pay the mortgage, to pay the rent.
And then you can increase the at pricing afterwards.
Yep. And if they eventually don't hold their bargain, what do you think happened at Fiesta? Fiesta Henderson owned the land as well, and that shoot, I don't know how many casinos that was. When I first moved to Vegas and saw what was there until now, it was probably 4 different places. Remember, it was a reserve. Do you remember that?
I remember there
The
being
big
a
tusks.
reserve. I don't think I ever went into it though. Like there's a few casinos that I remember seeing, but I never actually entered.
It was
Like,
cheap.
Oh yeah, for sure. But like
$5.99 all you can eat lunch buffet.
you don't see those anymore.
No,
There's
and
no-
we would go
yeah we
because
would.
even just getting a salad, you already got your money.
Oh for sure.
Getting a big salad bar.
Like there's over at Green Valley Ranch they still have a buffet. They don't have like the good buffet, but they still have a buffet. Like they do have a Mongolian station, but it's not the same that it was. Like it was really really good back in the day.
Better
Pre-COVID.
than
Better than now.
Rio.
Yeah, cause the Rio food was good prior to 2000, in my opinion. The quality of it, I don't know what happened.
I think they got too big for their britches.
or they were just too much they had to prepare, so they didn't really pay attention to quality. But the quality of the Rio buffet, there was a roll buffet. It's not the same that it was. Like it's not what I remember how good it was. So like I went there a few years ago with an uncle of mine that used to work there.
After COVID?
No, pre-COVID. Because like all buffets now aren't as good as they were before COVID. So this is back when it was still pretty
I don't know what changed it.
out of practice, maybe.
I mean, I know COVID changed it, but I'm saying like
The
I've been to a few,
standards?
and I mean you're right. The quality's not the same, but it's like
Isn't.
what the hell changed it?
I think they're trying to redo what they had with less people, for sure, less experienced people, because like trying to do a buffet, the way that you kind of remember that it was being done, like 4 years after it got shut down, things are going to be missing, things are going to be lacking. There's going to be less people there because they got rid of like the workforce for it, and they're probably not going to be able to get all of them back that knew what they were doing. So it's like starting over. It's like having a fresh team of rookies trying to play at the level that that team did the year prior.
From
But everyone's gone, so there's no way.
from what I've heard living here, talking to people that work buffets, talking to people that work casinos, I heard that the buffets don't make money, that they actually lose money, but it's a good way to get people in the door, obviously, to hear the machines going and you want to play.
Mm.
So it doesn't, I guess if that really is true that most casinos, now, excuse me, but F you, I don't believe the Wynn's losing money on $100 buffet, or it's $120 now. They're not losing money.
Well-
You can't eat your weight in crabs. Nobody can. So they're
Well-
not losing money, but like a $30, $40 one, they're probably losing money because what do? You fill your plate with a lot of food. You don't eat it all. Most people eat half of it, throw the rest away. Go back for more. So, do you remember we used to go to Sunset?
Hmm?
They had a great buffet for what it was. For what it
I
was.
thought it was okay. Yeah, yeah.
What was it? $9.99 for lunch.
I don't know. I got it free because I got the points.
You had the points, but it was a decent buffet. I mean,
Yeah.
it beat any buffet that's not at a casino. It blew Golden Corral out of the water. It blew Cece's Pizzas out of the water.
The pizza at Sun Station was not as good as CC's.
Well, okay. I'll give you that. That's right, because I used to call Sunset Station's pizza Tony's. You guys serving Tony's back there? Put them in frozen pizzas? They
Yeah.
never would understand when I would say that. Oh, is this Tony's? What flavor of Tony's is this one? You've had Tony's pizza, right? It's just like Totino's, dude. It's
I remember. I
It's
remember
garbage.
the icon. I remember that the
It's an orange
picture.
box. It's garbage. It's like $3.50 a pizza.
Yeah, but I like Tostinos. Like those square, thin, crispy crust Tostinos.
I do too.
Like I used to microwave those when I was working.
The one they're like
at the-
$1.50.
Yep. I
Yeah.
used to microwave those at the airport, and then I'd roll it up
Sandwich.
like a burrito,
Yeah.
and I eat it while I'm on the radio.
They're good. No, they're good. It doesn't really take. I don't really think they can call it pizza, but
well, I mean,
it's
the
pizza
shape.
enough.
It's pizza shaped.
no, I like those. I like to put them in the microwave oven because I like them crispy. But
Mm. Well,
Yeah,
like
those are
'cause
good.
you can cook them in like 2 minutes, throw them in a toaster oven, and then it'd make it crispy. Instead of trying to cook it in the toaster oven, which takes longer, like 20 minutes.
yeah,
Like that's just like fat hacks, if you will. Just nuke a dish that you like to where it's like essentially cooked, and throw it in the toaster oven to crispy it up. Yeah.
yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's good. So
Oh, but what are your thoughts about the aliens? Are you excited to hear about it?
my thoughts is that first of all, it's demonic. That's always my first thought. Is that it's not even a thought. I know it is. I know they're not from the light side, the Jesus side of things. I know they're from the dark side. So for me, I think it's number one. I think it's a tale of the time that we live in because things and prophetic things that have not happened in the Bible seem to be getting closer. So that's I tie it into that because I agree with some of the scholars saying that the aliens are the coming deception that Jesus spoke of. So for me, it's not a surprise. For me, it doesn't make me lose faith. For me, it doesn't make me think any differently of the Bible or my beliefs or anything like that. I know for some people it does, and I don't see how. It's to me, they're just not thinking
Or they're just weak in the word.
or weak in the word. But I think but the fact that Trump came out and said what he said, finally, I mean, they ask him almost every single media thing. They ask him. I watch these things, and he usually sidesteps it or say we're working on it. But I think that the truth is so gnarly that the general public, it would cause people to lose their faith. Even though it shouldn't, it will. Because people will think, how could God allow this to happen? Like, how could he? There's aliens? What? They're just demons, dude, masquerading as some alien so that they scare you less. It doesn't, Do I think we have a cadaver? Probably. I don't know, because to me, if you kill the demon's you're not really killing him, you're just killing this vessel. So what vessel are they using that looks like that gray alien? I don't know. Is that the reason they kill cows? Or did all these farmers have issues with their cows being gutted with precision surgical maneuvers? Nobody can explain that. I've watched so many documentaries and read so many articles and books. Nobody can explain that. Why are there cow mutilations where they have seen UFOs? Why? I don't know. All I can think of is that
It could be a ceremony to bring about those lights.
Could be. But precision. I'm talking about, it looks like they're cutting stuff with lasers.
Well, is there anything missing from them?
Yeah.
What?
It's usually the uterus. It's usually it's all their reproductive system. So that's why, like,
So uterus and ovaries?
it makes me wonder. Well, unless it's a guy.
Well, there's no guy cows.
Okay, a bull. They're doing it to bulls too. So I don't know if they're, it makes me wonder what the hell do they want to do with a cow? Well, there's a lot of things in a cow that they can use in the human body. So I'm trying to think of, maybe they're making them. I don't know. I don't know if that flesh suit that they show up in is real, is perceived. I don't know, dude. There's a lot of things I don't know, but it doesn't interest me less. I tell you that it interests me a whole lot.
Well, like,
not because I want to meet some other alien from some different place, because I don't think. I like to say I know, but how do you know? They're coming from a different dimension. They're not coming from a different planet. That's why they can show up and disappear right away.
Well, wouldn't the different dimension be a planet where they're coming from?
I don't believe so. No, I believe they're in the spirit realm.
So, but and spirit realm on what? Wouldn't they be standing on a planet though?
We are, yeah.
So, but a dimensional pocket that just kind of like it's an empty space that they can exist in.
No, I think it's I think that
like a different layer?
So like the heavenly realm that we can't see, right? God's realm.
Mm-hmm.
That's the real realm, right? Because our realm's not real.
Well, we're the realm that
it's a virtual reality.
To.
So his realm's the real realm. We can't see that one. So that's what I'm saying, is that I think they're coming from there. I think that they're existing like around us. You can't see them unless they let you. And I believe that's how, because when those, when they're like UAPs and stuff disappear and reappear and do all these weird tricks, it looks like somebody has a laser pointer and they're fooling the cat. You move it all around the wall and there's no rhyme or reason to how you're moving it. You're just playing with the cat. That's what it looks like. Because I've seen personally my own self twice in the mountains over Area 51 in Nellis. I've seen stuff reappear and disappear. Orbs of light and disappear. And then reappear and there's two. And then disappear and there's none. And then reappear and there's one. I've seen weird things like that over the sky. I don't know what that is. I don't know what they're trying to do. I mean, it doesn't scare me because I know I've got Jesus with me. So
is it the light that you saw, or was it like an actual object?
Wasn't ever close enough to see if it was an actual object.
It was moving lights. Essentially, is what you saw.
It was really bright balls of light that did not fluctuate, blink, or anything.
So they're solid light.
Solid.
And then they would maneuver. And then
disappear. And then show up like
different spots?
What would have to be, I don't know how many miles away. Because it's in the sky, so you're trying to judge it by looking in the sky. And it'll be all the way across and somewhere else, and it'll light back up. And it's like, I don't know what the hell that is.
Same color?
Usually, yeah. Like I said, I've only seen it twice.
Yeah. Well, I believe that their propulsion system is advanced compared to what we have. Of course it is. So, like, them moving that amount of distance isn't anything. Yeah,
I agree. I don't think they're held to the rules of the laws of science that God put in place. I don't think it applies to them. So
you think they're
I think they can come in and out of the dimension.
Not heavenly beings, but they're beings of that dimension.
Spirit realm, yeah.
Okay, they're spirit realm beings.
Correct.
With spirit realm technology.
With 7,000 years of technology. So if they've been around for 7,000 years, they don't die.
Okay, but technically we too have 7,000 year technology.
No, because people groups die off and technology dies off, and we didn't have technology like we do now back then. That's proven. I mean, finding computers from back then.
you don't just start with the computer complexity.
I know that, man.
No, but the way you're talking about their 7,000 years of technology, it's like they already had it back then. The way you're saying it.
What I'm saying
What I
is
mean-
that the demon has seen technology for 7,000 years and the way humans do things, and have perfected going against us by what they know. They don't know anything in the future, but they know what they've experienced with you. That's how they can show up and tell you that your mom was wearing a red dress.
But their technology is more advanced than ours.
It has to be.
So,
Just like CODS is. I mean, it has to be, dude.
well, I'm not saying that it's not, but the way you're saying it is it sounds like they surpassed us in technology in the same amount of time, right? That's because like how can their 7,000 year technology be more advanced than our 7,000 year technology?
How can it be?
Yeah.
Because it was from the beginning.
So they already had like.
What did God say about the
maneuverability.
angels? He created them a little bit above us. Smarter than us.
Okay,
More
so
knowledge than us.
then why would they need any of our stuff to do what they do?
Again, I don't believe they need our stuff. I didn't say that. They're worried
but they
about
use it.
souls.
Okay, but so why would they need a cow's reproductive organs?
Maybe to make that flesh suit that looks like an alien. I don't know.
Why couldn't they just do that with their technology though?
I don't know, Timo. These are all questions that have never been answered by anybody.
Well, it's I don't.
Theories
is it
don't count.
only their reproductive organs, or was there anything else taken?
I don't know every single case, but most cases it's the reproductive organs. And like I said, there's surgery. I've
What
seen
if
the
it's-
pictures,
What if
man.
it's a delicacy
But
and they're just eating
again,
us?
we don't own a tool that does that. That can do that laser cut precision on flesh.
We don't own it for on anything because like the technologies in production of the pyramids, we don't own any of the tech that is assumed that was being used in the production of those
I don't
monolithic.
believe it was tech at all.
Huh?
I don't believe it was tech at all.
Have
I
you
believe it
seen
was giants.
with what? Just a chisel?
No.
You don't think they had some sort of machinery?
I think it was their special machinery.
Still machinery though. It's
Something.
technology.
Something. They had something.
Yeah, it's still tech though. Is
What
I'm
if
saying.
what if
Like I believe that
dude, some of
Atlantis-
these higher entities that God calls false gods, they had power that God gave them. They had beyond power that we're given. So I don't know what they invented. I don't know what they can use.
Well, why would they have to have technology if they had higher power? You know what I mean? So,
Probably
like,
don't. That's
what if
probably the
they
only way
had-
they can use to talk to us or to be around us. Maybe. I don't know.
Or like they could have had what we perceive to be supernatural abilities when being made in advance, like being made higher than us.
Like I've heard people say, "Oh, they're just curious." No, they're not. They're not curious about the human being because they know all about it. They're trying to gather souls.
No, they can be curious about it to see how we've developed over the years.
I guess so. But
Because you can know what an axolotl is, but wouldn't you want to see one in person and maybe see what would happen if
a
you
what?
an axolotl?
I don't know what that is.
It's the cutest creature in the world. It's like a water lizard, and it's got like what looks like fins on its neck.
It's a real creature.
It's a real creature. Like you know what was it, a hug bear? No, the water bear. You know, the really microscopic, what they call the little bears. They would survive a nuclear holocaust,
Like a cockroach.
I guess, but they're a lot smaller.
They say cockroaches can withstand a nuclear holocaust.
If you can cut off a cockroach's head and it still lives for over a week, yeah.
But we need them.
I mean,
There are dumpster eaters,
Oh.
trash eaters.
well, there's other bugs that do that. You don't need the cockroach.
They think God invented it for no reason.
What?
Do you think God invented the cockroach for no reason?
I'm sure there's reasons for. I'm saying there's other creatures
Yeah.
that could facilitate the
But that's
same
what
thing.
that's
They
there
don't
for.
need to be cockroaches. They could be something else. We could have cockroaches in like other doing different things in different places. Like they
But
could
is
be
that the
raised
case?
to be eaten.
That's not the case, though.
It could be.
So could
It's
Willy
just-
Wonka being your
it's-
father.
It's no, because that's fictitious. Because like we could eat cockroaches.
People do eat cockroaches.
I know, but I'm saying like they could be farmed for protein. and
I don't
eaten.
want no part of them. I'd rather starve to death.
I call shenanigans. Because when you get that,
If I had like a bag of 10 cockroaches, or I could die,
like fried. No, I'm not talking about living hissing. I'm talking about like fried in
like
batter.
tempura.
Yeah, like
I'd eat it.
tempura. And you've got the sausage.
I'd
you
eat
love. Yes, I mean I had it. It
Rather
wasn't
than
bad.
starve, I'd eat it. But if
Yeah.
it was raw, I can't do
Well,
it.
yeah, no duh.
I'll throw
I wouldn't-
up, man.
I wouldn't expect you to pull a worm off a tree and eat it because you need the protein.
Like you watch like Bear Grylls grab those huge, juicy white caterpillars that squirt that white, and he's like, "Oh, they're so juicy and they taste like the earth." And I'm like, "Oh, it probably tastes like a zit."
No, I mean Bear Grylls drank his own urine out of a snake.
I know, even though they say you're not supposed to do that.
Well, you can for like the most you can do is 3 times before like you're doing more harm than any sort of hydration good.
Not according to Cody. Freaking
How many times in a tight spot can you do urine?
he claims, and I went and read. You know,
Just once?
did you ever watch the Dual Survival? It was Cody Lundin, and then he had
Oh, no, I know what you're talking about.
his barefoot everywhere.
Yeah, with this, and he was walking on cactus.
Yeah. And I loved every time he had a different partner. The partner, like in the first episode, would be like, "Dude, you're an idiot for going barefoot."
Mm-hmm.
Wow. But anyway, he said, and he's a desert survivalist. He said that drinking your urine, because I'd always heard the wives' tale that you can do it if you're really dehydrated. And he said actually drinking urine makes you more dehydrated. So you're actually losing drinking it. The only reason you would drink it is for a psychological edge. Just so your body feels like got some moisture in your mouth.
Mm-hmm.
But otherwise, he said it's you die quicker if you drink your own piss. And I'm like, oh, I'm glad I heard that, because I always thought that you should. If
Yeah,
you
but
were,
then you hear people that actually had to do it that survived, and they. And
but I don't think they survived from drinking the piss. That was just part of it. You know what I mean? Like it was probably something else that saved them, and they just happened to drink their piss.
each one of them though.
Well, dude, I mean, they got the science to back up that it dehydrates you, that it's bad for you.
Well, yeah, but like, okay, so I think it depends on how hydrated you are.
Dude,
So like, if you pee clear,
put them on the bed, Timo, please.
I feel like you could drink it like at least once and be okay.
You're on the bed.
Come on. But I feel like if you're in a tight spot and you're stuck somewhere for months, the most that you could do it without like really freaking out or really doing major damage would probably be twice. Because I feel like the darker it gets, the worse it is for your body to try to process. And I think it's only safely.
I mean, I
done
ain't gonna
slowly.
lie. If I was stuck in the desert
Or even an island.
or an island, and I'm on my deathbed, I'm gonna sip some piss.
I don't think you can pee on your deathbed.
Whatever I can squirt out, I'm
Dude,
gonna drink it.
No, if it comes out like sludge or super dark.
No, then I wouldn't.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm talking about like
I
your
do like-
second week there, and you're still peeing. Clearly.
I do like Castaway, where he builds that thing to hang himself, but never does.
and
And I would actually do
And
it.
then he tries to do it and it breaks. Or we can be like Waterworld. You're gonna just piss into a Mr. Coffee and get Taster's Choice. Have you seen
That's what
Waterworld?
I want to know. Do they have an invention out there where
A
you can?
filtration system?
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
piss and it'll filter it.
You could do that in Brita.
I don't think Brita will filter all it. Will it?
I don't know if it will filter through everything if you're not well hydrated, but I feel like if you're well hydrated,
Trash can.
you could. There's that paper bag behind you. But there's I do believe that if you're pissing clear or barely yellow, you should be able to piss into a Brita filter and you wouldn't be able to know outside the smell.
I'm sure we could look it up.
Or you can always test it.
I'm not testing that. Did I tell you the time I drank my own piss?
No, why? Oh,
Oh, this is
were
a
you
great.
driving across town or
Yeah,
something?
let me share this story.
Across
This is
the
a great.
country?
This is a great story. I'm coming home from California, dude,
You pissed in a cup, didn't you?
and I've got a big 44-ounce Coke. I'd already crushed it, and so now I got to piss. And I'm 40 minutes from State Line, and I know there's no way I can hold it for another 40 minutes.
You could just pull over.
So while I was driving, I pissed into the cup that still was full of ice.
Yeah.
Put the top on, put it right back in the center console.
Without anything.
Another 30 minutes go by. I totally forget what I just did. Grab the cup, swig a huge swig, and it's all piss.
Of course. No, really?
And I swallowed it.
Oh.
Because as it was going down my throat, I realized it. I was like, oh, I just peed into this. And dude, I felt like absolute pulled over, threw up. Didn't feel right the whole day. Was burping piss burps. I mean, it was terrible, man. The worst was the
Did
burps.
you tell anyone a secret? Because you know how when people tell secrets, they like to get right in your mouth.
I couldn't get rid of the burp. It just every like 2 minutes, burp, piss.
So
I even tried to like swallow some tobacco juice so that it, would get that nasty taste out of my stomach.
did you gargle anything?
No,
No.
no, because I'm driving. I didn't have anything.
Oh, I thought you were already back.
Once I got home,
Yeah.
once I got home, I ate. I took some Pepto Bismol, and I was all right. But I made myself throw up. The
Yeah.
piss didn't.
Did
Because I kept dwelling on it, and I was like, "Oh, dude,
Did your piss after that, was it any different than usual?
don't remember.
Oh, I thought
Don't
you,
think so." But it definitely was a good swig. So it was like 2 ounces.
Ooh.
It just, it was terrible, dude. I mean, those were the worst burps I've ever had. Every time I burped, I thought I was gonna puke.
Oh man.
And so I'm like driving the last 30 minutes left back to home, and finally made it. I didn't puke again, but oh, dude, bubbly, ice cold piss. Oh,
It's all frothy.
yeah, dude. It was, and there was like some good taste because there was still a little bit of cola in there.
Yep.
Oh, it was disgusting. It was terrible.
That's not as bad as losing a bet and drinking bong water.
Oh, dude, you drink bong water?
I lost a bet, so what you gotta do? I got someone to drink a swig of spit juice.
Dip juice?
Yeah, I got this one girl
You
to
could,
drink it.
You could pay me. Well, you could.
She lost. I mean, it was a bet. She lost.
If $1 million was on the table and I was allowed to puke, I'd do it.
Oh yeah, I mean, well, it's a bet, so like you would have to have lost something.
There's no way I can hold it down. I already know that. If it's not my own.
I didn't hold down my bong water. Like there was. As
Just
soon
the
as it,
smell of like a
I
week old bong water.
I
Ooh.
pinched my nose. I took a swig.
Did you get all the little like crumbs and stuff in there? And
Whatever was in there came back up like almost immediately. It was bad.
oh, dude, that's got to be like an enemy that betted you. Who bet you to drink bong water?
The person I was smoking with.
Ugh, dude.
That was the bet was I drink the bong water, or he had to like make out with like some heebie-sheebie. I was trying
So
to,
what? You saved him and went for the bong water?
No, it was either if I win, he makes out with the heebie-sheebie. He wins, I drink the bong water.
And he won.
And yeah, he won. I was trying to hook up my heebie-sheebie friend.
Was it a guy or girl?
The heebie-sheebie?
Yeah.
Guy to girl.
So guy.
Yeah, fundamentally, yeah. Very, very feminine presenting. Like, if you were to see this person now, you wouldn't be able to tell.
Well, you love to play. Timo likes to play the game where he shows me a picture of a girl so I can say she's cute, and then he tells me, oh, it's actually a guy.
It's not that hard anymore.
It's not,
It's not
and
that
that's
hard
what's
anymore.
sad, is that when I see some hot girl on Instagram or whatever, I'm like, okay, is she real? I have to. That's sad that we live in a day and age where you have to ask yourself that. Is it real? because the fakes look so good that
Well, okay. So
that's the next thing is catfishing with fakes.
not,
I'm
not
sure
like
it's
next thing. It's been happening for
yeah,
many,
it's
many
already been
moons.
happening, but catfishing with a completely fake AI generated image.
Not even the next thing because like it just you don't look anything like this image. Like you're not black, and you're not 4'5'4". Like why?
Did I tell you that I changed Jared's baby to a black baby?
Yeah, I saw it. I didn't know that was supposed to be Vinny. I thought it was like a friend, another couple's baby. Like I didn't.
I just put make his skin tone dark. That's all I put.
And they gave curly hair.
Give him a
too?
curly. Yep, I didn't put any of that. I just put. You can't put African American, and you can't put black. It won't do it. It'll tell you it's against policy. So you have to know how to word it. So I put make his skin a dark complexion, and it gave me that. His wife didn't appreciate it.
Oh, did you see the other day when Trump was talking about how he had just got done talking with the presidents of Puerto Rico and the Virgin
I
Islands?
did see that.
And,
You are the president.
like, who the hell are you talking to?
Timo, I don't think a lot of people know that.
Who are you talking to?
I don't think a lot of people know that. That Puerto Rico and, was it the Virgin Islands?
Yeah, I mean,
I don't think they know it's part of the
legit
U.S.
called the U.S. Virgin Islands,
Right.
and Puerto Rico is. I mean, I don't
I
know
feel
why
like we
it's
should
not
own Cuba, too.
I don't know why it's not the 51st state at this point. Because 50 is a nice round number. They just make it 51.
What I want to know is if you're born in Puerto Rico,
Yes, they get.
they get a U.S. citizenship?
Yes, not a green card.
So they can come legally anytime they want
Well,
to the U.S.?
well,
the states?
It's like going from Hawaii to California.
Wow.
It's the same thing.
Yeah, see, I didn't know that. I knew
Yeah,
we
Puerto-
had, I hate to say we owned them. I knew they were part of us, but I never knew that, like, they're just automatically a U.S. citizen.
Yeah, like it's part of the U.S. Like being born on a base out of the country. It's still considered U.S. soil. Puerto
Were
Rico's
you
the
born
same
on a
thing.
base out of country?
I was born in Hawaii. My sister was born on the U.S. base in the Philippines.
You guys have the same dad?
Yeah.
Huh. How do you meet your mom?
Gambling. She was a dealer.
In Hawaii?
No.
Oh, out here.
Vegas, yeah. Yeah, he flirted with the dealer, and it went somewhere.
And it went somewhere.
And it went somewhere.
Obviously, had 2 kids out of it.
Mm-hmm.
They were officially married, right?
Oh yeah, they were married before I came along. I think they got married in '82.
82, 83. I was born. You were born, what, 82?
83, April.
Oh, okay, yeah. So you're
6 months.
6 months ahead of me.
Hmm?
Then Jared's older than both of us?
No, he's older than you. I'm older than him.
Oh, so he's really right in that 6-month period of time. And then, how old's Caitlin?
I know she's younger than.
She's 6 years younger than Jared and I.
Yeah, I think she's just in mid-30s right now.
So if you were a pro athlete,
Mm-hmm.
would you go to the Olympics to watch?
If I had that option to, I
Would you
would.
fly out there? If it was off season or something,
I would fly out there and I would go to the village.
try and get some. Is that what you're
Mhm.
talking about?
Yes, absolutely.
Because they were
Absolutely.
showing. I was watching the figure skating, and then I was watching. Dude, I can't watch any more curling. I feel like everywhere I go, the curling is on. I can't. I'm done with it. It's not fun to watch.
It's so mundane. I love it.
Did you see when the
Canadians cheated.
Germans and the Canadians were going at it? Did you see that?
I did not see them going at it. But
So they're going against each other,
Mhm.
and Canada's known for not being rude or they're known for being nice.
not their athletes.
I'm just saying in general.
Okay, yeah.
They're known for being nice. I've known 3 people from Canada. They were all nice. But then again, I've known a lot of nice people from the United States. Whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
So they're supposed to be nice. So I guess the unspoken rule, it's kind of like bowling, to where if I'm throwing the stone and you're on the lane next to me, you freaking wait till I let go of the stone.
That's
You wait till I throw it. Yeah. So they weren't doing that. So automatically the Canadians are getting upset, but haven't said anything yet. I watched the whole match. They hadn't said anything yet.
Oh, so Germany was the one that was being rude.
Yes.
Okay, that's kind
And
of like
so
expected.
it comes down to a point where they believe that a foul happened. They believe that the German guy, I guess they were saying he was, as he was letting it go, he would touch it again to reposition it real quick. And I guess once you let it go, you can't do that. You know, these are the rules of curling.
Well,
I don't know.
Video like Canada did it. They let it go and he would graze it with his index finger.
Right. So maybe the Germans got mad at that. So that happened.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the sides was pissed off because of that. It could have been the Canadians were doing that. So it gets to a point of a crescendo. Their match is almost over, and Canada was winning. And the German guy says something to the Canadian guy, and he tells him, he goes, F off. Get the F out of here. I'm like, you usually don't see that in the Olympics. You usually don't see it rise to the effect of somebody cussing somebody out, but it was just great. It's great because it's a sport that's low intensity, so you have to
Have to what?
make up your own intensity. There's no intensity. Are we foggy again? Or are we good?
I don't know until we play it back, but everything looks fine.
It's just a boring sport to watch. It's probably fun to play because I like playing shuffleboard, so it's probably fun to play, but it's just boring as all hell to watch. And it seems like every place I go, I went into Target the other night. It's on every big screen TV. I'm like, I can't get away from the curling. I have Peacock. Every time I tune in, all the live events, it's either curling or it's slalom skiing. I'm like, where's all the stuff I want to see, man? Mainly the figure skating I love the most. And then I love, I think the big air jumps really cool with snowboards and stuff like that. Not my skill, I tried snowboarding, got freaking hurt, of course.
Yeah,
I even got hurt doing freaking tubing.
Yeah, the greatest thing I've ever done was tubing from a high distance, or from a high.
Yeah, dude, you get some
high
speed.
spot. Yeah, it was a switch popped off in me when I went out with family
That's good.
for tubing, and I was having fun, getting up there, having fun.
What was
and
the switch?
All of a sudden, I couldn't handle it anymore. It was too much.
Too steep?
I don't know what it was, but I didn't have the desire to do it anymore. And where we were doing it, because my uncle was cheap. We just found a random slope to get on, and at the end of the slope was the roadway, and the other end of the roadway, it's a 2-lane road, was a sheer mountain drop.
How do you tighten that? I'm listening.
So I was just it got to the point where I just didn't have the courage, the gall anymore to do it. Because one of the inner tubes I had to hop off of because I thought I was going to make it onto the road. And the inner tube popped off.
Where are you at?
I'm not Charleston.
Oh, okay.
Popped off.
Like Lee Canyon or?
I don't know. No idea. Because again, we were on the roadway. My uncle's cheap, so we just found a random spot going up the mountain to go downhill.
Sounds like my dad.
And the
Here's
tube
good.
Popped off the edge because the other end of the roadway was a sheer cliff. So I lost an inner tube.
Did I ever tell you it's not horrific. That's hyperbole, but my crash at the inner tube.
Mm-hmm.
Ever tell you about that? Mm-hmm. We used to, our youth group.
Is that one with the back? Like you landed but missed the inner tube? Or was that someone else?
No, so our church used to take a trip every single winter, and we'd either go to Bryan Head or we'd go to Duck Creek. They both had really good snowboarding and skiing.
Duck Creek, so good in the summer.
So the first time we went, dude, I got pretty jacked up the first day snowboarding.
Mm-hmm.
I could stay up. I could, I have good balance and stuff like that and coordination, but I couldn't stop and I couldn't turn. Not safely, anyway.
Like when you try, do you fall?
Fall hard. I mean, face plant in the snow. So, like, after 4 hours of this on a medium hill that I'm deathly afraid of just letting go and going down because I can't stop. And my buddy's with me, and he's a very good snowboarder, so he was giving us lessons as we're doing it. But I just couldn't do what he was telling me. And I'm like, dude, some people aren't cut out for this. Some people are good at regular sports. Some people are good at extreme sports, that kind of stuff.
You might just. Were you going goofy?
No, I was going straight up, standard.
No. I asked because usually if you're if you're left-handed, or you would want to snowboard right foot forward, because like when you surf, you usually go your dominant in the front, and snowboarding you usually do the opposite.
Not to my knowledge. Everybody I know snowboards with their dominant foot forward. Goofy's you know that.
Well, goofy is the opposite of your.
It's a
dominant.
lefty, basically.
It's the opposite of your dominant.
Yeah.
And so I had relatives that would surf with their dominant foot forward, and they found it easier to snowboard with their goofy.
Left foot?
Yeah.
Huh.
It's just,
Not for me.
It's just the way that. Did you try it though?
Of course I did.
With
I
goofy?
tried everything I could
Damn.
try to find to have fun.
Right,
you
yeah.
know, everybody else is doing it.
Was
But
it-
I just came to a point where I was like, I told Kellen was the guy that's my buddy that went with us that's really good. Like, he can do half pipes and stuff. I don't know now anymore, but he used to be able to. And he was also a really good surfer. But he wasn't good at traditional sports, but he was really good at those two things.
the balance stuff. That's cool.
And he played rollerblade hockey. It was really good. And so we go out there. Like I said, about 4 hours, I'm done. I told the guys, I said, I'm done snowboarding, dude. I'm going to tube rest of the day because it's easy.
yeah.
And you still get the thrill. You're still going fast as hell. And at Brian Head, they had 3 runs. They had the hardest run in the middle, which was the slickest ice, fastest speed. Then they had 2 intermediate on each side of that one. And so I'm like, dude, I'm going down the middle. I'm not going to get hurt. I'm so close to the ground that if you're going to get hurt, you can just bail and just let the tube go. So I'm flying down the hill, and before I had started, I asked the guy that was at the top of the hill, that worked there, I said, can I get some tips?
Yeah.
Do you have any tips for me going down? He goes, if you start going too fast, dig your feet in, because you're going down on your belly. And I was like, okay, that's easy enough. And he goes, dude, you're going to go down fast because you're a big dude. Okay. So I start flying. It feels like I'm on ice, not even on snow. Like, I can hear that wind whistling by my head. I don't know how fast I'm going. And
It was fun until you realized.
it was fun until I realized, as I'm getting closer to the edge, and they had banked it, so there was a big embankment of snow.
Fly.
And then on the top of that, there was that orange mesh netting. Dude, I'm getting close to that embankment, and I'm not slowing down at all. And I'm thinking, my toes are dug in. You can hear, it's scraping, and I'm not slowing down. I go up, do a front flip over the net, land on my back, glasses shatter, and I laid there for like 5 minutes trying to make sure I could feel my body still. And then it was a big ordeal. Then all the ski patrol came. Are you all right, sir? Are you okay? Let us check you out. So they checked me out. I was fine. My back hurt really bad, but that was probably, if I had to pinpoint it, maybe the start of it.
Yeah.
Because I hit hard. And I hit so hard it took all the air,
Oh, you got the air knocked out.
air knocked out of me, wind knocked out of me, couldn't speak.
Did you make the funny noise?
The wheeze? I wheezed.
What? It sounds like you're driving.
Like something like that, yeah. It was bad, man. I really thought at first I thought I broke my neck. And then I was like, no, I can move it. It hurts a little bit, but I can move it.
Ooh.
Then I was moving my hands and my feet, and I'm like, okay. I'm good. Like, I didn't break anything.
That's good.
But so right after I went down and all that happened, they brought two or two what do you call them, snowmobiles, and they went on that course and they went like this all the way down to rough it up because of what happened to me. And so I thought that was kind of funny. I was like, oh, it's too slick, man. They got to rough it up so it doesn't happen to somebody else. They were like really apologetic. Oh my gosh, we've never seen anybody fly over that thing
You
before.
probably could have sued for a fair amount of money.
I'm like,
That's probably why they were so apologetic.
and I told the guy, I said, bro, I was digging my feet in, like you said, I wasn't slowing down.
There's just like a trail of your feet.
Yeah, I tried. At the last minute, I thought about bailing, like just like do a barrel roll off of it and let it go. But I was too close to the edge, too close to that embankment, and I'm like, I'm just going to ride this out and see where this takes me.
Did you think that 6 feet wasn't so far down?
Bup. Gosh, man. A Creed reference?
Well, because you're so close to the edge and you're thinking...
Dude, it turns out that, like, not far away from the other side of that embankment was another embankment downhill.
Oh, you shit.
It was like another 15 feet, but
Right.
I was like, man, if I would have flown over this and kept going, I would have went down that one too. And it wasn't a tubing hill; it was a skiing hill.
Yeah, you look like that guy that like ragdolled it down a freaking like a 1 mile course. He just ragdolled down.
I wish somebody had video of it because I know I did a full front flip. I just don't know how straight I was.
Do you think you ragdolled?
Oh, I definitely look like a rag doll. But I just want to know how non-graceful the front flip was because it couldn't have been graceful at all.
Like you look and like your your leg bends some weird angle. You're like, that should have broken.
Dude, I just bought these sunglasses. They were Nike sunglasses. They were probably like, at the time, they were like $90, which is like $160 now. And I got them for a gift, and I was wearing them. They shattered, dude. First of all, I couldn't see because at that time I wore glasses. So I'm out there and everything's fuzzy anyway. And I'm trying to look cool with my glasses and they break.
What if you got like a head pop and you could see perfectly?
A head pop?
Like when you hit the back of your head, like when you fall on your back.
Oh, and then all of a sudden I can see?
And your vision is perfect.
That'd be great, man. No, actually, after that happened, it ruined my day. It was the rest of... I didn't do anything the rest of the trip except stay in the cabin. We were only there 3 days, but...
Because you couldn't see her because...
I was sore. I was just very, very sore. And for me, I'm like...
Did you have any bruises? Like, did anyone say anything about your back? Look,
dude, I had bruises all over my butt, my thighs, my back.
Any photos?
No. Like, I mean, the rest of the day, I couldn't walk.
Ooh.
I mean, I could. Like, I could stand up and, like, shimmy to go pee. But I just started a fire in the cabin, dude. Went and sat next to the fire, put the TV on, and like watched sports. And I had a good time, man. Like a couple of the guys came in like early because they felt bad. They didn't want to be by myself. And I'm like, dude, I'm all right. I'm not like boycotting skiing. I said I'm not going to get hurt like that again. I said that freaking hurt, man. I said I don't know what I'm doing out there, and I feel out of my element. So.
Donnie.
Yeah, Donnie, you're out of your element. You don't know what you're saying. I love how anytime he opens his mouth, shut up, Donnie, you're out of your element.
What does that even have to do with anything, Walter?
It has everything to do with it. Vietnam doesn't have anything to do with this, man.
He died of a heart attack.
Well, it doesn't directly have anything. It doesn't have anything to do with it. My brothers didn't die face down in the muck. I love that movie so much, man. Did I tell you I went as him as Halloween one time?
Who? The dude or
John
Walter?
Goodman.
You went as Walter?
Yeah.
That's so great.
I had the tinted yellow glasses. And
oh, man.
the folded up camel shorts. And...
For those of you that weren't raised properly, the movie we're talking about is The Big Lebowski.
Great movie. I had to watch it a few times to really get to really laugh. But now, if it's on TV, dude, or if I just see it flipping through movie channels, I put it on because it's just funny.
like,
There's so many good actors in it. It's just so funny.
yeah, and then there's like a lot of people that like I didn't understand the scene with Julianne Moore.
Where she flies over him and she's naked.
No, when they just got done finishing up a pregnancy session and she's like holding on to her knees to try to get.
Oh, that's an old wives' tale.
Well, there's a lot like that. Yeah.
If you hold yourself like that or
But,
upside down.
Yeah, it's supposed to guarantee it. Like I didn't understand what was happening when I first saw it, and then like.
I don't think he understood what was happening either.
And then coming back to watching that movie again, and then like, oh, that's Tara Reid from American Pie. Because like I had no idea. It's like, who's this kind of cute blonde?
Blow on them.
And it was just such a.
And then you notice that it was Flea from Red Hot Chili Peppers and the Nazi group or whatever they were, the nihilist group.
No, the Germans. They were the Germans.
Like Flea was in there, played a perfect role.
Yeah, I didn't know who Flea was.
And then the dude that's always plays like some Russian bad guy, the leader.
Yeah,
the skinny dude. He always plays some kind of Russian
or German
some or
Eastern European.
Yeah,
badass,
something.
Yeah. And oh man, like just, and then oh gosh, what's his name? What is that? Crazy Eyes. What's his name? Donnie.
Oh, what is his name? Yeah, it'll come to me later.
Yeah, me too. But
What about him?
when he was younger, he looked like Angelina Jolie.
Did he?
When he was younger, like if you look at a young photo of him, and then like a middle-aged Angelina Jolie, and you put them next to each other, they look identical.
That's weird.
I agree. Because they're not.
Do you think Angelina Jolie's pretty at her current?
No.
Really?
Yeah, no.
Is it because she's too thin?
Yeah, she looks gaunt.
I think she's still pretty, very pretty.
Yeah. I figured you
But
would.
I like
The gaunt.
not gaunt, but I like
if
petite.
there was a female Slender Man, you'd be into it. I'm sure. I'm not.
Yeah. I'll give you that one.
Yeah, I don't like boning.
I just like I'm grossed out. I'm not even gonna say that, dude, because that just sounds so bad.
You're grossed out when they have meat on their bone?
I'm grossed out when. Okay, here's a good one.
Okay.
So
Alan McBill's the sex.
I just got my hair cut like 4 days ago.
Okay.
The girl that cut my hair did a good job.
Okay.
Okay, I go to Sport Clips because my girl that branched off and opened her own business, it's hard to get to see her because she books up really quick. So when I can't get in to see her, which I love seeing her because she does my hair perfect every time, and charges the same price as Sports Clips, and does all the same hot towel. She washes your hair for you and all that stuff, massages your scalp.
To me, that's just her charge for you, but anyone else is like boutique prices.
So she did a good job, but the girl was obese, morbidly obese. And her stomach, the whole time I was getting a haircut, was pressed up against me. You know how gross I felt?
What? She's trying to give you a warm haircut?
Dude, first it was on my arm.
Yeah.
And so I scooted over in the chair like this and put my arm like that, like on the side.
Yeah.
Then it's on here. And I'm like, okay. So I tried to like move.
Hey, she can't reach you unless.
I understand that.
Unless she
That's
puts her
why
gun
I
on
would never say anything. I would never make her feel bad. But I was grossed out the whole time I was getting a haircut because somebody is literally putting their stomach on me
Not as a joke.
while they're cutting my hair, and
Like
it's just gross,
she
dude.
probably doesn't realize it too. Like
She
doesn't-
realizes you don't lose feeling in your stomach.
Do you think like she uses it to like turn you around?
No. No. If she would have started directing like my
It's a-
haircut with her stomach, I would have said, give me somebody else. Give me somebody else right now. Like, put your head down and then like move so I
Or
would.
like just like push the chair around with her gut.
And then she was like, I don't know, dude.
Did her arms not come out further than her gut did?
She was just a big girl, man. She was tall too, and
Short arms.
kind of. She was probably, I mean, tall for a girl. She's like 5'10".
Okay.
So my mom's height.
Did
Probably,
her arms come out further than her gut?
even though sometimes a woman may look larger than a man at that size, usually the woman weighs less because they have less muscle. So if I had to put a weight on her, I'd put 300
Really? You put 3 bills on her?
easily. Yeah,
Wow.
she was sweet, and like I said, she did a pretty good haircut, but the stomach, I couldn't get past it because
just wanted to make
it
sure you
just
stayed warm.
kept getting on
She
me.
just wanted to make sure you stayed warm.
It's like one of those ones where you want to like do this, like get off me, man.
Do you have a binder or something?
Yeah, put something between me and you.
No, like a
Oh, a stomach binder?
yeah, or something. You know how like some of those girls put those corsets on, so they get down to their spinal cord.
Yeah.
Ugh. But like, you got one of those corsets you can put on? Because I'm tired of your gut touching me. Could you just imagine?
That'd be so
Like,
rude.
It looks like a mushroom cloud because like she's got her fat poking underneath it and the fat above it, and then just like flat.
You're awful, man. It looks like a what?
Like a mushroom cloud.
Like the atomic bomb garbage pail kid
yeah.
with his head exploding out to the side.
Yep. And then you got the skinny base. Yeah, like there's like a.
When's the last time you got your hair cut? By like at a place?
Oh, long time ago. Years. 'cause
What do
I've
you
just been
tip?
shaving
What do you
it.
usually tip somebody?
I usually go 20. Doesn't matter how
You
much
tip
it was.
them 20?
Yeah. My dad did here. I have my younger sister, not T Marie, but Kristen. She cuts hair.
She's the one who's not your official sister, right?
Yeah, just like my twin. And then my sister T Marie, she's just about to like get her license to do hair.
Here in town?
She's at Avita, like
Where's that at?
no, it's like the institute for like her learning.
No, I know. That's what part of town is that on?
Vegas. Like it's on Lamb.
How close is she to finishing?
I think she's got like 2 weeks left.
So on a 30, excuse me, on a $30 haircut, you tip $20.
If it's a $30 haircut, I'm expecting a certain thing, and then if it's well done, then yeah, I'll do 20. But like if I'm going to like, I used to go to the is it your barber shop that's over by where I used to live, across from Green Valley High School, and they were
I
like,
remember that place.
yeah, they were like $10 haircuts, and I'd give them 20. Not 20 total, but a $20 tip on top of what the haircut was.
I was just curious.
Oh.
I don't tip $20. I usually tip $7.
Oh, well, because like I got a family that survive off of their tips more than like what their hourly is, and they
Oh,
just
dude,
kinda
I've had that too, man.
instilled in me to tip well.
If I can, I always tip well. If I can, if I have it.
Yeah, my minimum tip is usually double the tax.
So like 18%.
Yeah, 18, 17, depending where you are. But if I really like,
I try and give 20, but if you're at a place like where Alfio works,
Mm-hmm.
that's an expensive steakhouse from what I've heard. So for like a family of 4, I mean, they could easily spend $200. So that's a big tip. It's a $40 tip if you're tipping 20%.
Yeah, all right. Depends. On
So like
where
Alfio
you're-
just made more than I make in an hour in that one tip. So is it fair? I don't know why this came up, but I was just thinking about it.
Mhm.
Do you think it's fair to pool tips, or do you think, we live in a city that's
It depends because some
built on
places-
tips and stuff like that? So what do you think? Like, you think they should pool them? You think they should?
It depends, like how many people, and
And what job?
well,
But his job I'm talking about.
so
being a waiter.
As a waiter, I think that you're depending on the establishment how it works. Like, do you run food for other people? Like, is it part of the job? Like, do you need to go, or are there food runners that you tip out after your table's done? Or are all the servers helping out with that kind of stuff? Do servers do any sort of like table work or like or just like after work, like rolling napkins and silverware, cutting lemons, are they doing all this together to help each other out? Then I don't see an issue with pulling the tips, especially if you're tipping out like the bartenders, busboys, and chefs at the end of your shift. I think it'd be easy because like everyone's doing their job in like this whole unit to try to get as much as they can from everyone that's there.
I know, but
If you're doing like if you're in charge of like your station and you're not running food for other people because you're dealing with the people in your area, then I think that you should be able to keep your tip. And any places that management gets a part of your tip, I think is bullshit.
So do you think, like in his industry, do you think he? This is how I think he should be able to keep all his tips, and then decide at his own, in his mind, what those other people deserve. So, like, if I have a good busser working for me, I'm gonna tip him X amount of dollars. If I have, the hostess, you got to throw some money her way. So she sat at a big table in mine,
Well,
big family in mine.
that's usually why they talk about that and agree upon it before they get hired, like how it'll be broken down.
Or do you pool them all and then have some structure of how you give them to their? Because I don't think Alfio should make less tips than the person working the front door. I'm sorry. You're working the front door. You're the hostess. You're there because you look good. And you're seating people. So should she, it's usually she. Should she make more money than Alfio in tips? I don't think so.
Why would she make more money than Alfio tips?
I'm saying sometimes they do because everybody tips them out. Because if I'm the person working the door, I have a lot of power that you can't see. I can put a family that I know is going to spend X amount of dollars in your section, and you get that huge tip. So if I'm not tipping you and you're the person that sits us, you're going to keep giving me all the trash, or the customers that aren't going to tip, whether that's prejudicial or not. You know who's going to tip and not generally. So that's what I'm saying. Those people that aren't necessarily waiters sometimes think that they should be getting the same money that the waiters get.
I don't agree with that.
Tip wise.
Yeah, I don't think they should be part of that pool if that's what you're talking about pulling.
Yeah, I don't either.
Like they
but
should
they
get,
do deserve something.
Well, if they get tipped, so that way they get seated in a good spot by the customers, should they add that to the pool?
What do you say it again?
So, in some restaurants, like the maitre d' or the hostess will get tipped by the patron, the customer,
Right.
to get a good position table or to be sat earlier.
Yeah.
So if their restaurant is pulling tips, shouldn't they also include those tips?
Yeah.
Because like a lot of those times when they talk about pulling tips, it's about the waiters and waitresses and bartenders tip money that's being pulled to be shared with everyone.
Yeah, I understand that.
So like if you're part of the pool, if you get tipped, you should include that into the pool. Because like I know at some of the buffets, the waiters and waitresses would pull their tips, and like the bussers, the front of house, and then also the chefs, they would get like a small part of it. And then it's completely random. It's based off what the restaurant made for the day, because it's all, you have to declare your tips, and then at the end of your shift, whatever tips that you made for that shift is then divvied up to be shared with everyone else. Like
It's an industry that I'm glad that I don't work in, because I don't know how Alfio does it and keeps his sanity. I don't know how, dealing with people, man.
Well, it's like Alfio was also very thick-skinned
and pretty easygoing.
Yeah, and like granted, we've known a handful of times where he would get upset, but it was all warranted. It was
he's always even keel.
Yeah, and I feel like in that particular house, like he's got a lot of pull because he's the BFF of the owner.
I know, dude. Not really though.
And so
talk to him about it, and That's sometimes where they,
They had the butt heads.
because,
Alfie wants to keep more of it.
hmm
Well, yeah, I mean, most people do want to keep more
and
of it.
he feels like I feel.
Mm.
Like he asked me one time, he goes, if you owned a restaurant and you hired me, being, I'm your friend and all that stuff. He goes, would you pay me more because I'm your friend? Yes.
Yeah, you would be.
Period.
You would be one of the
Yes,
top,
you'd be one of the
higher paid.
You would
people.
be the top person paid in that position
Yeah.
if you're my friend. Unless you're just absolutely horrible.
Yeah, if you're the least ticket run waiter, then yeah, probably not. But but I know Alfio and his work ethic, so I don't see why he wouldn't be the top paid waiter
He probably usually is.
hourly. Yeah.
But then, I remember he was telling me at one time they didn't pull tips, and then when they started pulling tips, he's like, it's not really fair, dude, because now I'm not getting tipped out like I usually do. And that was part of the incentive to work here. That was the part of the incentive to stay there.
Yeah, like if that's what he was promised, and then he reneged on it, I feel like that there should be a grievance there for sure.
Just like, I don't know if you remember when it was probably before I knew you, maybe. But when I was like 19 years old, I worked at a body jewelry / silver kiosk
I've heard the stories of you and AJ.
in the Galleria Mall.
Yeah.
Well, see, that's very similar because he used to give us bonuses if we sold if we sold 500, he gives us $50 cash that day, like before we went home.
Mm.
But if we sold $1,000, he gives us $100 cash. So he gives 10%, right, straight up.
That's awesome.
And me and AJ started hitting like $2,000-$3,000 a day each. That's $200 or $300, and that's just you on top of what I'm making.
Right.
And so I was like, hell yeah, I want to do that job. AJ got the job first.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how he came about it, but the guy had a body jewelry card downstairs and then a silver card upstairs. And so he hired us both to work the body jewelry cart. And I was just a little bit better at things, so they made me manager. So part of being the manager was I had to work at the silver card upstairs, which didn't bother me because I love jewelry. So I wanted to work up there, but he took away all the bonuses.
Because you're a manager?
No, for all of us.
Oh, dang.
Because we were reaching too high. He goes, I can't afford to keep paying you out $200-$300 every night. And I'm like, that's the deal. That's the only reason I work here.
It's the only reason why we sell so as much as we sell.
Exactly. Like that's.
If you can't,
I would just
it,
be
then...
sitting here twiddling my thumbs, not giving a dad gum whoever's going to buy anything if I'm not going to get paid out for it. So we started making our own bonuses, and that's not right. But it just, in Alfield's position, I feel like it's very similar where, you're promised one thing and then you're almost, in some ways, can be taken advantage of because it is your friend. And your friend does own it. So I'm sure there's some expectations that he has, James, over Alfio. Where I hired you, you're my friend, so I don't expect to get heat from you, or drama. Which I don't think Alfio gives him, but I mean, he's told me some stuff in confidence that they've gotten arguments about.
Right.
And it's like, well, I'm like, dude, that's hard because he is your friend, so it's hard to work for friends or family. It just is.
But that should also be part of it where you can talk about it to them. Like, I don't,
He gets so defensive.
Who, James?
Yeah.
Oh, I know. I know. Because I talked about his claw marks.
So then Alfio gets defensive.
Yeah. And you talk about someone's, scar marks, claw marks, just once, and then they decide to blame you for everything, even though it's clearly a fart spray.
The claw marks that he's so eloquently referring to is known as what, clinically?
I don't know. Was it sciatica? No.
No, man, psoriasis. He calls claw marks.
Yeah, his active psoriasis issue. They look like claw marks.
They do. I actually think I have it. I think I have a mild case of it.
Where?
All over.
Oh.
I don't get like that thick, nasty white skin, you know.
Hmm.
But there's like if I get out of the shower and I itch my back, it looks like Freddy Krueger scratched my back. It welts up.
Dang.
Only for like 10 minutes and then it goes away. But like if I take a real, sometimes you take a real hot shower, you itch. Does that ever happen to you? Because it's so hot, makes you kind of
It
itch.
doesn't make me. It might be. I mean, be part of it making you itch because it's hot water. But like for me, when I get hot water, it feels like it's scratched it, and I just relax. Like for
Well,
me,
yeah, I
I-
like it hot. I just
I find it like I guess like an easy way to put it would be like a zen moment when the steam's coming off my body after a hot shower. I just kind of like sit there and like enjoy it while it's happening, and then I see my skin changing from the red from the hot slowly back to normal.
you sit there naked.
Yeah,
Where?
in front of my shower, in front of my mirror. And I just enjoy it. Like I'll probably like sit there and just.
Do you use
sit there, but
Do you
stand
use
relax.
the tuk?
The hell's that the tuk?
I can't remember. I'm sorry, man. I'm trying to remember what you called that thing.
So tuk and the tuk is the things that you think it sounds like. Tabo, it's like
There we go. Tabo.
it's a letter away from taboo. I figured you would
Oh,
be able
tabo.
to.
See, I need a,
Get a hold of that.
need a, what do they call that when you associate it? That's how I remember things. So now that you said that, it's one letter short of taboo. I'll never forget it again. Tabo.
Not for a shower. Not here, anyways. In the Philippines, yeah, but that's solely to be able to wash your culo.
I watched a video.
To use it,
No, I watched a video of people
using it.
basically using it, but in the Philippines, like you were talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And dude, it's so depressing. I can't watch it. It's so depressing.
That's daily life there.
I know, man. I don't know how. So why would your parents? This is what I don't understand.
Okay.
After seeing that, I know that not every place looks like the videos I've seen. I
Okay.
know there's some beautiful places
Yeah.
and some not poverty-stricken areas, but from what I saw, why would your parents want to stay any longer there than come back here? Strictly family?
Cause like what you're seeing is like the city poor, where they're out in the farms, so like it's where they're at is nice. It's not like in this house nice, but like
Do you have running water?
yes and no. Like there's no running hot water. They're working on that, and there's no water pressure. So like if they have, so they can take a shower, but it's not going to be hot water because the only place their hot water is coming out of right now is out of the sink in the kitchen. It's not throughout the house.
So imagine you would fill up what big pots of hot water and
No, so you can get one of those like standing water heaters.
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Like that's been around for
For like a
since
bath?
the 80s. Well, yeah. So you get one of those, you heat it up, and then you add that boiling hot water to a bowl, a giant basin or bowl of water, and it makes the whole thing warm, not hot but
Yeah.
warm. So and then you use that, and then you pour that on yourself. And then you lather up and you rinse yourself off.
Are you wearing underwear?
No.
You're completely naked.
Yeah, it's a shower, dude. You're bathing yourself.
What do you call the room that it's in?
Bathroom.
Well, I don't know if you do it outside. I thought you were telling me some do it outside.
Yeah, but where they're at, there's a bathroom.
No, I'm talking about the city people you're talking about.
No, yeah, they got in the house that my family's at. So there's like 6 families in a 2-bedroom house, and it's all like, so you know that brother or that uncle and nephew combo.
Who, my guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how they separated that room,
Yeah.
that's what they would do there. Like there's like a master bedroom that they put an extra wall in to make it 2 bedrooms.
Okay.
And then there's like a area.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do.
Well, yeah, and then downstairs there's like there was like a 6-bed bedroom because it was bunk beds, three bunk beds, and that's where my cousins and their family stayed, and then their kid when they had children would be like on the bottom bunk while they were on the top.
Wow.
And then once they got, because like it's hard to get enough money to get your own place. So when you can do it, it's most of the time it's going to be a studio.
What are we talking American dollars for a studio? 100?
No.
Could I live like
About $20.
Oh my gosh. $20 a month?
Yeah,
So I could go
that's 1,000
I
pesos.
could go live like a king.
Oh yeah, you could go there now and find 3 living maids, and probably wife up one of them for about 50 pesos each.
Like could I get a good house for 100 a month?
Depends where you are. 100 a month is about what is that? 50,000 pesos. You're probably looking about 250,000 pesos for a month for a good place.
So 5 times that?
Yeah, well, yeah. So like
So 500 bucks?
Yeah. Now, if you want a really, really
Damn,
good place,
I thought it was cheaper than that. I mean,
Not-
500 is
not
cheap,
right
but
now.
not.
not
AJ pays in
it's-
Virginia pays $550 for his mortgage.
Yeah, but does he have living maids and
No,
freaking?
no. I'm just saying
No, I'm
where would I rather live for 500 bucks? Virginia or the Philippines?
realistically, you would be treated like a king in the Philippines, and you
Would
would
I?
have living
They
maids.
like white guys there?
If you're
or
tall,
Anglo, I mean,
You're tall. You present as white, and those two things, and you clearly have money because you're living where you're living. Yes, you would be a desirable
that's why
male.
Tim Steyer went out there. He didn't go there,
He
but
went to Malaysia,
What-
which I
was
think is
oh, is
more
she
cheaper.
Malay?
I believe so.
I just wanted to say
That's
that.
why they have sarong. They have that sarong or whatever outfit that they.
Is
have
that
there.
also religious? That
It's-
getup that they're wearing?
It's like primal religion.
Because I wouldn't want to wear it if I married somebody of that ethnicity.
If you were to respect her parents.
It's not
You
about
would-
respecting.
No. Let me finish. If you were to respect her parents, you would have to wear it at the wedding.
It's just not about respect. It's about not wanting to be anything associated with some kind of religion that's not Jesus. That's all.
Well, I'm gonna let you know. If you were going to marry her and you were going to be respectful to her parents, you would have to wear it at your wedding.
Oh, I'm not marrying a Filipino
No,
or an
no.
Indian
No,
or
that Malaysian.
a China.
You know. So, but no, that's the thing too. Like some of the people in that part of the world, they have specific traditional garments that you would need to wear for your wedding.
Then
you were to
she's
marry
got to
them.
wear the Armenian garments.
Is there an Armenian
Yep.
garments? It would be
No.
a separate.
There's not
celebration.
garments, but there's special things that they do.
So like in the Philippines, they have like a veil that they put over your hands and a rope that they tie your hands together for the wedding ceremony, and then candles. that
So
you have
both
to light.
couples are like this?
No. Both couples they're holding each other's hands.
Just one-handed?
No.
And then they cover it.
Well, they wrap, like they wrap up the hands in the rope, and then they put a veil over it.
To signify the bond that you're now
Mhm.
two
Yeah,
against.
two flesh.
And then what do they
becoming one.
do? Just take all the veil off?
Well, after after the ceremony is over, then those items are removed ceremoniously, and then they kiss for the. It's also like
Can you have a...
how Filipino you are, because like Shar, her wedding they didn't do that.
Sure doesn't look Filipino, man. I'm sorry.
Her dad is like he just passed away recently.
Did he?
Like at the end.
Is her mom not Filipino?
No, her mom's white, dude.
That's why she doesn't look... I always thought she looked Hispanic.
Well, most Filipino like you can say that Filipinos are Hispanic because they were conquered and ruled over by the Spaniards for like over 100 years. Just like all the Southern Americans were controlled and owned by the Spaniards for a while. So it's the same mix of native and Spaniard.
Then well, it's not if that's true. That is true.
Hmm?
How come
Why
the
come is
language?
that?
How come the language never changed?
It
like, how
did.
come-
the original language of the Philippines isn't Tagalog?
But Tagalog is not known. Maybe it is. Correct me if I'm wrong. Is Tagalog? It's not known as a Romance language, right?
I don't know. I don't know what justifies a Romance language.
Something that came from Roman. So
I don't know. Did the Spaniards' language come from Rome?
Spanish,
Well, there's Spanish words. in Tagalog.
Italian, Spanish, Italian, Greek.
Isn't it just having gendered like pronouns in your language? Isn't that like señor and señora?
It's Romance language means it originated from Rome.
So Spanish
So
came from Rome?
it's all yeah, because it originally came from Latin.
There's Spanish words in
Latin's a
Tagalog.
Romance. So like in Spanish, like if you say
Like basura there is the same as in Mexico.
yeah, so it'd be a Romance language. So like in Italian, Al will tell me words that sound just like Spanish. They're just pronounced a little bit different.
Well, yeah. There's
Because
some,
they're
some
all
words of
Romance
similarity,
languages.
Yeah, but there's also words that are not. That doesn't sound like.
Yeah.
So like there's a handful of things that I could say in Tagalog that a Spanish speaking person would understand, but not everything.
Throw me one of them.
No, just like that basura.
Basura, that's
No.
bathroom.
No, that's
or
trash.
trash can,
Yeah.
excuse me.
And then a las cuatro, like how they tell time, a las cuatro, a las cinco, you know, like stuff like there's a lot of things that like or similar, like you know how you have como estás,
Yeah.
right? And then Tagalog it's like, oh gosh, I always forget this.
Está como?
No, it's I forget what it is, but in Tagalog it's something similar to it, and I don't know why. Whenever I think of it, I know it, and then I say como estás, I forget how it goes.
Como está usted?
That's Spanish, man. But no, it's like I can't think of it right now.
Just like my dad's language.
Yeah,
Obviously, that's not a Romance language,
the
but
Persian language.
Armenian. He does speak Persian too, but it sounds like they use Arabic words for some words.
Well, isn't that like the main language in that area of the world?
No,
Or,
it's
like,
Persian, Farsi. In
Arabic and
Iran,
Farsi
in
is
Iran.
different
Yeah, big difference, big
difference.
difference.
Who ruled over who the longest?
The Persians ruled over the Arabs the longest. Persians ruled for what, like 600 years or something like that?
And then they lost it to
To
Nomadic.
Constantine, not Constantine, dumbass. What was the Alexander the Great? He conquered the Persians, right?
He conquered through most of that area, and then he died.
Because then the Persians, like people make the mistake calling Persians Arab. They're not Arabs.
Right.
Arabs are a very specific
Area.
and type of people group.
And
So
language.
Palestinians, they're Arab. Saudi Arabia, Arab. You know, United Arab Emirates.
Yeah.
But Armenian, Persian, they're not Arabs.
Mm.
So they get really offended, Persians especially, when they're Muslim, but they're not Arab. So they get real touchy when you call them Arab, because I don't know if they'd admit this to you, but they look down on them.
Well, yeah, just like if you call a Chinese person Japanese, and vice versa.
So, like, I didn't know. I told you I grew up with 3 Korean friends in our friends group. Actually, one is Chinese and Korean. One's Chinese and Korean. The other 2 are full-blood Korean.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know until they told me when we were teenagers that there was a hierarchy in the Asian culture.
Oh yeah. Yep. Japan is number one.
Yep. And I said, then what is it? He goes, well, because I'm Korean, we say Korean's number one. He goes, but it's traditionally known Japan, Korea, China, and then a whole mess of countries after that. Thailand,
Things that separated
where
from,
you're from.
Things that separated from China, or Chinese influence.
Basically, yeah, basically.
China's the biggest country on that continent.
By land-wise, you mean, or people-wise?
What people perceive to be Orientals. Because the biggest country in Asia is Russia.
That's considered Eurasian, right?
No.
Middle Asia?
No. Just Asia. Because, like, so when they think...
Well,
whatever
I'm
reason,
considered
it's
Asian
because
too.
Huh?
I'm considered Asian too.
Well, yeah. But, like, they consider that area the Middle East, right? That's what they mainly know it as. What the
Middle East,
continent-
yeah.
but the continent of Asia houses more than what people associate with Asian. Because immediately when people say Asian, they immediately think Orientals.
I think of
They
the
don't-
eyes.
Yeah, they don't think of like Middle Easterners. They don't think of Russians.
Indians.
Yeah, they don't think about any Thailand. They don't think them. They think the Orientals. So like, for whatever reason, people try to say that Russia is what is it?
Central Asian?
But they're Asian. Like they're part of Asia.
I thought they were considered Mongoloids.
No, that's a different kind of.
I just
That's
love,
Genghis
I
Khan.
just love when Alfie brings up Mongoloids.
Well, it's because of him. They're like so Native Americans can trace back their lineage to Mongoloids because of the land bridge that we had between Alaska and Russia.
You believe that was connected?
Absolutely,
Yeah.
it's like just look at the
Do you
geologically, look
believe
at it.
in Pangea?
Yeah, I believe that.
Is there I've never looked into it that closely. Is there hard enough evidence that they were all one?
Yeah,
Do you think it was separated after the tower?
I believe.
Is that when you think the land got separated?
Well, so I believe that Pangea, as we've come to understand it, was where Adam and Eve got dropped off at or taken,
And also
placed
where-
out of the garden.
Where what's his name? Napoleon Dynamite. What's his name? I call him Napoleon. He was a little guy that took control.
Of what?
That time period.
Pangea?
Yeah, what the hell's his name? He built the Tower of Babel.
Oh, I don't remember the names. Not Enoch.
No, he's a bad guy.
I mean,
Nemo.
I don't recall, but yeah.
So is it Nemo? So what he did was, well,
So the Tower of Babel, they were trying to build it to get back to where they came from. Is like the lore.
Nero.
Excuse
me, I said Nemo. Nero.
So like the whole premise for that was like they were trying to get back to the garden or like the holy the land of true holy and bliss, because they didn't want to be here anymore. That's why they built the Tower of Babel.
Well, plus
Technically it wasn't called the Tower of Babel at the time, but it became the Tower of Babel because people couldn't communicate with each other anymore.
So when it says that God confused the languages, do you believe that's when Pangea, or the breaking of Pangea happened?
I
Because how else would there
I
be?
believe that the separation started, not that like it was.
Or did the
rushed.
flood cause it?
No, I don't think the flood caused it, but I feel like the flood, like the handful of people off of Noah's Ark, noticed that certain lands that were there weren't accessible anymore. Like they might have been able to see it from where they were standing.
Because to me, it has to be real. Because if you look at the continents and squish them together, they fit.
Yeah, they seem like they could fit. Absolutely.
Right. So I've never looked at close enough, but I did watch a Bible teaching by somebody that I trust dearly, and he was saying that traditional fundamentalist Christian scholars believe that that's when it broke, was when the flood happened, when you have all this stuff going on. But it makes sense because unless they were together, see, to me, I don't think the flood may have done it, because how did Shem, Ham, and Japheth go populate everything? He sent Japheth to like us, like to the west.
Mm-hmm.
Then he sent Shem to the Middle East, as we know it, Israel in that area, and then Ham went down to Africa, in Egypt and all that stuff. So how would he have gone to all the European countries, including maybe even up to our country before it was the United States, when it was just Native Americans here, or whoever was here? If there was somebody here before them, some people believe there were. I don't know. It had to have been connected at that point, right? Were they
Well,
taking month-long ship journeys every week to go
no,
to?
back then I don't think it would take that long to travel between the continents because they were
Because
still
they were still
close.
close.
Yeah. So like and there's a lot of not lore but evidence of people bigger than what we are now being present. So their ships would be
St-
have been larger.
in stature, you're talking
Yeah.
about bigger?
And the ships would have been larger. And so they could
Death burps.
they could piss burps and they can get to they could travel further in less time just from sheer size of it all. So like there's a lore of a man on a boat and like in that ring of of the volcanoes or whatever in like the Atlantic Ocean, that all those countries that are aligned in that, they have the same lore of a person on a boat with a beard that came and helped them with some sort of a teaching. I believe it's the same person that went around because it's all around the same time. And after he helped them establish something, he
What do you
would move
believe it
on.
was?
I don't know.
You think it literally was the same person, or was
Yeah,
it supernatural?
I don't think it was supernatural. I think it was. I mean, technically, it could have been supernatural because of how long. Well, I don't know, because he was bigger in stature, and it was over a long amount of time. Because he would go there, teach him something for a certain amount of years, and then he would go out and sail. Like it always talked about him returning to the water after sharing with them certain knowledge. And each location has something different, but they also have like large dwelling places that they had set up. So how did we get the smaller people? I don't know.
Just like I don't.
I do believe that like our lore of like the Titans, not the Titans, but the like the polytheistic gods.
Like the Grecan gods,
Yeah, because like
because they
the
believe in
Greek
like
and
a
Roman,
thousand different gods.
well, I mean it's no worse than Catholics.
It's true.
But it's
That's true. In case you didn't hear me, that's true.
and so like yeah, if anyone says that the Catholic Church isn't polytheistic, then they don't understand what polytheism is. So but like the lore of Greek mythology of like Zeus, Hera, Hermes, all of them, and then the Romans have the same god types with different names. Some people say they're the same gods with different names because of the language that they spoke at the time. So it could be the same people. I believe that those were Nephilim.
Okay.
Each pantheon that we like the Nordic pantheon as well. Like they're all Nephilim.
You don't believe there could be fallen angels too?
Well, no, because like they had they didn't look weird. Because like the fallen angels, they got mutated. They don't look like people.
That's not exactly true. It doesn't say that.
Well, it says that they got malformed
Where?
when it talks about their descent. Like their wings they don't keep their wings. They mute, not necessarily mutate, but
I don't know anywhere that says anything about that. I know that they share the same traits as regular angels, the good angels, which means they can shapeshift, they can turn into people that look human. So that's why aliens don't scare me, because these people that say, "Oh, I saw a Nordic alien," you saw a demon or a fallen angel or a Nephilim masquerading as that.
I forget where I read it, but I don't perceive demons and fallen angels to be different. I believe that fallen angels became demons. What we call demons.
Yeah, that's just your opinion, though, right? I mean,
No, I'm pretty sure. I forget where, but during the fall of the host of angels that fell with Lucifer, they changed while they were descending, and what we perceive to be demons are actually fallen angels.
Yeah, I don't agree with that. I agree that there's more than one classification for a spiritual being, because there's more than one classification of a spiritual being on the good side. There's beings called Elohim that have nothing to do with God, meaning they're not God, that they're called Elohim in the Bible. And we've lost the translation of Elohim into thinking that Elohim means the Hebraic God. But Elohim actually just means a type of spiritual being.
Not
So,
an archangel.
no, it could be. But there's different classifications. The Bible doesn't spell it out A, B, C, or D. You got to figure this stuff out.
Well, yeah, like they don't break down exactly what we have classified because of whatever teachings that we received of like Michael and Raphael and Gabriel, like the archangels that I only learned of those because of Catholic Bible, which I don't know where they got it from.
It's in there.
And then
They're real.
and then also then you have the angels that will scare you from just the description alone, like a giant
Eyes
winged
all
being
over the
with-
wings.
yeah, and then like all the other like the flaming ones is just it. So like, are those the true forms of angels? And then the people with the wings are just what they make themselves look like, so we can easily accept them without freaking out.
All angel means is messenger. So some of the things that we know or we call angels are not, because they're not necessarily messengers. They're doing God's work because they're created by Him to do His work. But if they're not delivering a message, they're not an angel.
So if they're a being that that we perceive to be essentially a human with wings, that we've classified as angels for time immemorial, doesn't necessarily mean that they're an angel.
Correct. Because if they're not, it just means messenger. So it means messenger from God. So if you have,
So if they came down, gave a message,
they would be an angel.
but then they came down again with no message, then they would no longer be an angel.
They would no longer be the messenger. So you would call them whatever they are.
But they look the same.
Angels have the character. Messengers, angels have the characteristic to turn into a human, to look like a human. Because all throughout the Bible, when they show up, they look like humans. People confuse them for humans. They're usually good looking. They always go back to the story of when Sodom and Gomorrah tried to rape them when they came to visit Lot.
I don't think it was a group from both cities. Wasn't just from one city.
Whatever. They were at the door
They wanted them to do
because
things to
they
them.
looked so good. So they were willing to forget their natural ability of liking women, but they went after these guys because of their looks. So, no, it doesn't surprise me when somebody sees a ghost and says it looks like their mother. It doesn't surprise me when somebody says they met a Nordic alien and he looks 8 feet tall with blonde hair and blue eyes. None of that surprises me because they have the ability to change what they look like. The Bible says it. God says it. There's evidence of it. So, Michael Heiser, I really, 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 really recommend him to you. If you want to have your mind blown about the spiritual world, he's the one who, through translating the Bible slowly and going through it, the Hebrew text, when it's coming to talk about the spiritual realm, there's a lot of things that we were taught in regular church that is not true. And there's a lot of stuff that they never talked about. I mean, I never heard that the angels came down and took the women without their consent and made babies with them. I never heard that.
That's why we got Nephilim.
Exactly. But I'm saying I never went to a church where they preached any of that.
Oh well, there's a lot of books that churches don't preach because either
It's
they're
hard.
considered too boring,
Or it's hard.
or yeah,
Hard
well,
for people to swallow. They're like, what? They got R-worded by the aliens or by the fallen angels?
well,
Yeah, they did.
You ever been to a church that would preach on the Song of Solomon? Have you ever read the Song of Solomon?
Song of Solomon or Song of Psalms? Song of Songs. Which one?
Well, the book, the Song of Solomon. Because I'm not talking about Psalms. I'm talking about the Book of Solomon, or it's the Song of Solomon. Is the actual name of the book.
Yeah, I've read it. Obviously, I've read the Bible all the way through.
So you know what crazy stuff is in that song, right?
Are you talking about the one that's talking about making love?
No.
Well,
The
what's it talking about?
eating their kids
Yeah.
because they're out of food.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's more than one time in the Bible that
No, I know that. But
actually happens.
Right. But I'm specifically talking about the Song
Okay.
Of Solomon. But like, I've never seen a church do a study on that book. And
They should.
So well, yeah. But there's or even is all of Ezekiel. You know, like
Great book.
I just love that he was laying on his side for a long time, and then when
Can you believe that?
he could eat.
Wasn't it like a year? It's like 300 days or something like that.
Per side. Yeah.
That's incredible, dude. All to give a message.
Well, but you also you're stepping on something here. The only thing he could eat was bread that he could cook using his own feces as fuel for the fire.
But he actually changed that because he asked God. He said, "I've never been unclean. I don't want to be unclean by eating this feces started fire." So then God lets him use something else, cow feces, I think, right? Because he was supposed to use human feces.
His own.
Yeah.
He was supposed to use his own.
It's bizarre.
Well,
some stories like that are bizarre, but you have to really understand what's going on. And
it's essentially it's God gave you a command for you to follow, and so you have to follow it.
No matter how ridiculous it may
if
sound.
You don't, you're going to suffer the consequences. So I think that's why he got like extra time on his side, or something. Like something was added to his trial by changing that out. Like, so like you know why Moses never got to the promised land, right?
Yeah, because he peeked.
He peeked.
Yeah, he saw something he wasn't supposed to see yet.
Oh well, I was talking
God told him
about
not
when
to
he was trying to peacock by when he hit the rock for the water. Because like he made it into like a grandiose like presentation when he hit the rock for water.
Oh yeah, I know exactly.
Yeah, and he was told by God to like no, like to just slam on it and get the water, and then Moses took the liberty of peacocking to slam on that rock to make a show out of it, and then
I can't even imagine
That's
those
why.
days when you realize that there was close to 1 million of them walking through the desert. It wasn't like 500 people.
yeah, it was
It was almost 1 million people, if not more, because they said it was 500,000 women and children. So how many men?
probably the same.
So imagine all the, like, these are the things that I'm talking about, like when you read about it.
And that's assuming they all survived out in the wild.
Well, we know they didn't.
Right.
There were big throngs of them that got killed because they did something specifically God said don't do. But I just can't imagine, like, when you really put yourself in that story and think you're wandering through the desert. There's 1 million of you guys out there.
You get the commandments and
You got the commandments. You got a pillar of smoke you're supposed to be following at night.
and then you take the liberty of making the golden calf.
You
and
make the
get-
golden calf, which was really
and then you try to make the tabernacle.
Baal. They made Baal. And I can't imagine that. Like,
Well, you
So
thought you're doing it right.
so here you are. Moses tells you all this stuff that God told him. And he goes up the mountain, and you think, the heck with it. We're going to build our own shrine. And
Well, it wasn't more of a heck of it. It's more like
I know I'm being
I know
funny,
yeah.
but
But yeah, it's like we need something to worship.
they're right.
But I do like you see Mel Brooks. Have you seen Mel Brooks's 10 Commandments?
No.
So I think it's funny. I'm not saying this is what happened, but the thought of this maybe happening. Of course, it's not what happened, but like for someone to think that this happened, it's pretty funny. Moses coming down with 3 tablets, and then trips and one falls and breaks because like he's like while he's talking, he's coming down and he trips. He's like, I brought down 15, and then he falls and one of the tablets breaks. 10 Commandments.
Folks, I guarantee that's not what happened, but
No, But we do know also that Moses came down.
Yeah, and
then
he broke them.
And then he had to go back up and get different. They're not the same. They weren't the originals. My question is, what were the originals?
You may never know.
At least not until like the end, because all that knowledge that we are promised to get.
Yeah, I just want to know where that knowledge stops, though, because he's not going to give us the knowledge that he has.
No, we're supposed to get the heavenly knowledge, not like the knowledge that we have. So, like,
That'd be incredible.
I think
You'll know things that you wanted to know your whole life.
yeah.
But then there's still some stuff that I believe we'll never know because we're not God. So he doesn't owe us an explanation for every little thing he does.
It does say heavenly knowledge. It doesn't say limited knowledge. It says all heavenly knowledge. Because like we can't do anything bad with it. Like what would be assumed to be a fear of us having it. Like the whole garden thing. It's like, hey, don't eat from this tree. Like we don't have any limitations anymore at that point.
Don't you look at the internet as that tree now?
The roots are deep.
It is, man.
You know,
that's what it is.
It's definitely a modern representation of Yggdrasil for sure.
Yeah.
And it is. I mean, it's there. It's readily available, but like.
And it's close to all knowledge. It's not all knowledge, but it's close.
As close as one can get, and because like some of the knowledge, like the deep knowledge that you want to get, is behind a paywall. So that's just kind of how things worked out. But like there's of course there's things that I would love to be able to look up or see that we just don't have access to. So like when we talked about like something that you would want to do if you had like a day left, and I would want to go to the vault of the Vatican and see the documents that they don't want us to know about. Just so I could read it before I passed away. I know already. I would. But know
they also
it's there
a lot of their documents are false.
Well, if
they have documents saying that Jesus Christ was married, they have documents saying that Jesus Christ was.
Well, that's an assumption.
Like a 50-year-old man when he was crucified. They have some really weird stuff.
They have the book of Jesus Christ.
And I think that God purposely.
Why wouldn't they burn it then?
No. I think they believe they're in the right for having that information.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that God obviously is not allowing them to release information because it's false. But I don't know that. That's just an idea. Because there's a guy named Tim, I can't think of his last name. He's a Christian archaeologist. He went there. And he had an invitation to go
into the vault?
Yes, to go see some of their stuff in the bowels of the Vatican. And he said there's just stuff there that's not only blasphemous, but could turn Christianity on its head. And he's not saying. He's a very strong Christian guy. He's not saying that if they release information, all these Christians are all of a sudden going to lose their faith. He's just saying that they have stuff that shouldn't be out because it's not true. But they hold it
if it's
as
not true.
As true.
Why not just destroy it? You know what I mean? Like there's
I don't know.
Things that they have.
Because they believe it's true.
Then why don't they have it in their book?
What book?
Their book. They're the Catholic Bible. Their book. You know what I mean?
Dude, I don't know. I mean,
if they hold it to be true,
it's a very secretive society, the Catholics. It's very hush-hush. It's still the only religion where you have you have basically... If you're anywhere in the Vatican Square, mm-hmm. You're under Vatican law. You're no longer under that country's law. You're under strictly Vatican law.
Yeah.
Which is the only place in the world that exists like that.
Sure, it's because it's separate. Because like in other countries, they have.
It's a religious law.
Well, so is Sharia law.
Yeah.
And
Sharia.
They don't,
yeah.
Sharia, sorry, but they don't have a certain spot. They have that country or that cluster of countries. So it's kind of the same thing.
Kind
on
of,
a
but it's just like you wouldn't think
bigger
that
layer.
a quote unquote Christian organization would have
But
all that.
It's not Christian. Though.
I agree, but
It's
more and more of them are calling themselves Christians. So
It's because
just like Mormons,
yeah, Mormonism.
two people in my office, both claim to be Christian, are 100% momos, and I don't have the heart to tell them unless they ask me. If they ask me, I don't hold back. But if they don't ask me, I keep my mouth shut.
Yeah, because it just creates controversy
Right.
and
But if they were to come ask me, which some of them have, ask me opinions on stuff or whatever, I'm like, no,
yeah, I've had a handful of those debates before.
I
too.
don't.
I think they're fun.
Last thing I
Especially
told,
when you see them breaking.
it's
'cause
not
they-
fun for me because
Oh.
it's sad to me because I know some really good people,
Yeah, but you know.
good in earth standing,
Yeah.
not according to God, that are just so lost in that faith that there's nothing you can say to get them to think even a modicum of something different than they already think.
Well, they probably just are looking forward to their
It's
planet.
brainwashing.
Well, most religions are.
You know, it's a scary thought,
What's that?
and I'm not going to name the name of the person,
What's that?
is when you're talking to somebody about brainwashing and they ask you, well, define brainwash. Define brainwash. It's when somebody strips you down until you're nothing and builds you back up in their image. That's a brainwash. So we were talking about military. I said, a lot of them are brainwashed. Well, define brainwashed. And that's how I defined it. That person didn't agree. Because that person is brainwashed by something else that they can't see.
What, Scientology?
No. A certain type of Christianity.
Oh, there's so many different kinds, like Seventh Day Adventists. Or,
No. It's claims to be a regular Christian church, but I don't agree with the way they do things. I've been there 4 times.
Are they Pentecostal?
No.
Central?
No. They're just like hipster.
A hipster church?
Kind of. I mean, like
Is their pastor a
have I-
blue-haired woman?
have I ever told you like my rule? I don't. It's not hard and fast, and I'm kind of kidding when I say it.
Yeah. What is it?
I'm not going to go listen to a pastor that wears Jordans. I'm sorry.
What church here does that? The church
Our friends.
at Central?
No.
Hope Baptist?
No.
I gotta use the restroom. I'll be right
Are
back.
very. Press pause because I got to go too.
There's no pause.
Well, then we'll go part 2.
All right.
You just
All right.
mesh them
Potty
together.
break.